count me down. Hello, everybody, and welcome to VidaneTV. My name is Wes Rowdy Hogue, and I am here with the voice of New Smyrna Speedway, Ryan Stevens, and we are here for week one of the, as you can see behind my head, the Edgewater Screen New Smyrna Speedway World Series of eRacing. This is week 1 of 9, where we're going to use 3 different divisions, 1 division per week. We're going to go from the street stocks to the tour mods to the late models. Each division will run 3 times throughout the season, and the winner at the end of it all said and done gets a beautiful purse. And again, I'm here with the voice of New Smyrna Speedway, Ryan Stevens. Ryan, how's it going, man?
Going pretty good, man. I'm excited. You know, we had the big esports 100, and now to see what that's evolved into, and with all these great racers we have on board, I'm super excited for the next 9 weeks. And I love how we're changing up the divisions. So tonight, street stocks, it's a whole different test. Then we got the tour mods, then we got the late models. So, well, we kind of know who's good with the late models, and now we're going to see who's good with 3 different divisions over 9 weeks. So it's going to be a lot of excitement, and it's so great to see how this has grown. We have a lot of great partners on board, and I'm just excited. This is going to be a great way to provide entertainment for these next 9 weeks.
All right, now, guys, as you see, we have a title behind our head. We have a brand new title sponsor here, and Edgewater Screen has been generous enough to be our title sponsor. And I actually have on the line here, without further ado, I'm not going to waste any time here with it. I have on the line with us Mr. Russell that runs and owns Edgewater Screening. He's going to talk to you guys a little bit here. Mr. Russell, we got you on the line here. How's it going?
Hey, pretty good. How are you doing, Wes?
Doing well. We want to say thank you from all of us here at VidaneTV and New Smyrna Speedway for the World Series of Esports of being the title sponsor, putting your name out there, representing us, and giving these drivers something to race for.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate the offer, and I was very excited to come aboard. And I seen the first couple races, and they were exciting. I didn't think. Watching racing on, on the computer was going to be fun, but it was pretty entertaining. So I got hooked right away. So,
well, tell us a little bit about you, Russell. What is Edgewater Screen? What's some of the stuff you do? Tell us about y'all.
Well, I appreciate that question. What we mostly do is we service the Volusia County area, and we rescreen pool enclosures, patios, porches. We build window screens. We have a local shop here in Edgewater, right there located on Guava Drive in Florida Shores. And we just, we've been doing that for a very long time. We started a business in 1968 for my dad, and my dad started it, and grew up in doing it with my family and everything, and been loving it ever since. It's really not a job to me. It's kind of like just having fun.
That is what it is all about. Tell the viewers here and how they can get a hold of you for a quote if they want their screens done.
Yeah, you can see up on the if you're looking at the screen, watch it on. We're watching on YouTube, but right here on YouTube on VidaneTV.net. The card's right up there in the top of the box right there, where you can pick up a phone book, Yellow Pages. You can Google us, hit us up on Facebook. More importantly, our phone number. That's the way most people reach us anyway. But our phone number is 386-428-8490. We got a couple girls just answering phones, and be glad to take your call with some good customer service. And I just appreciate the phone ringing. You know, I just love working, doing screens, and we'll take care of you.
That's what it's all about, staying busy during this pandemic. And I'm glad that we're able to do this for you. We're able to get your name out there. I understand when you're a sponsor, you're a business during a pandemic like this, you're doing everything you can to keep your business going, getting your name out there. You want to make sure you're doing so. So, man, we appreciate it just as much, you coming on board. And I'm hoping that you enjoy the show. And for you as well, the other sponsors, we're going to do a fun, friendly thing online as well for our website. We're going to have a special spot for you in our sponsor section, as well do a spotlight on you as well, so people know more about you, can read about you, and hopefully get you some clicks, some calls, and some revenue coming in. But again, thank you so much for doing this for us, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Yes, I did. I want to do a shout out to Ryan. I see him right here on the screen, and the racer James Adams racing tonight. So.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Go,
hey, good. You go, James. You're absolutely right. And just let you know, James was kind of rusty on iRacing not too long ago, but he's picking it up. He's starting to improve. We ran some practice races earlier this week. He was running top 5. So keep your eye on James tonight.
Yeah, I know. He's a talker, and I've been talking to him, and he likes to say he likes to run up front. So we'll see what happens tonight, James. You go get him. And the rest of the competition. I appreciate everybody racing tonight. That's racing. It's a good sport. Everybody's really cool down there in New Smyrna.
You're absolutely right. And we got some good news. It sounds like might see cars on track here soon at New Smyrna, even just if it's practice. And I think that's all what we need. So again, thank you so much, Mr. Russell. And we will talk to you soon.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I love that guy's enthusiasm, man. He's been a longtime partner with James Adams over at New Smyrna. He's been involved over there for the last year or so, and he's a good guy. He hangs out after the races, so appreciate him coming on board and supporting this virtual racing, because he said it himself. He wasn't sure if computer cars going around would be entertaining, but it's proven to be. It's won me over, and now we have him on board. And you did mention the good news. We did just get off the phone with members of the racetrack, and they're going to open up for private testing, so drivers can get back on track over there, as we got to reshuffle the schedule, and soon we can get back to doing actual racing events. But this is a step in the right direction. So maybe things are getting back to normal here. Maybe it's going to be a little bit longer, but it's progress.
And that's what it's all about, is making progress. And what we're doing here at VidaneTV, and now partnering up with New Smyrna Speedway and their drivers, being able to entertain the masses with some of the names that you're used to seeing on the track, but unfortunately can't right now, such as an Anthony Sergi, such as a Michael Goddard, Daniel Dye, a James Adams, a David Love, possibly a Josh Hart.
Patrick Thomas.
Patrick Thomas. I believe his son is actually behind the wheels.
Yeah. They're going to kind of fluctuate in and out of the seat, I guess. But, names that we're used to seeing over there, that now we still get to see them race in some capacity, so it sure beats having nothing.
Exactly. And Ryan, just going through the our entry list here, we have a Jason Lester in here. Everybody knows Jason Lester.
Oh yeah.
Devin McLeod, he's in here. David Costello's in here. Bruce Bennett is in here. Jesse Powers is in here.
Hayden Sprague.
Yep. Rex Kenyon.
Michael Trockey. Mm-hmm.
Hayden Sprague, and more. We got about 50 drivers in here right now. 50 drivers are going to try to make this show.
And we're probably going to see a number of them pop in and out throughout the weeks. But, this is a great roster, and it'll probably grow. So if you don't see your favorite driver out here tonight, tell them to get a hold of us. And, if we get some more spots to open up, who knows, you might see him up on your screen here before it's all said and done. But it's a great entry list, Wes. So
you're absolutely right, Ryan. And I just shared my screen with you as well to make this a little easier. And Paul's going to have a thing called Mixer. He's going to send you a link to, so you can see his broadcast
with almost a zero delay.
Awesome. So you get an idea of everything that's going to be going on. So I'm going to kick it to you, Ryan. I'm going to let you go over some of the sponsors that we have, and I'm going to knock out the drivers meeting for these guys real quick. And I'll let you take over and talk about some sponsorship. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right.
All right, we do have a number of sponsors that have come on board to support the drivers. We're doing the 9 weeks with points, so a lot of this going into the point fund to encourage everybody to participate week in and week out. So that's what's going to make things very interesting, calculating the points. So tonight's going to be a big night because you want to get started off on a on a good foot here. So let's talk about some of the sponsors that we do have on board with us here in no particular order. But the O'Reilly Auto Parts Florida Pro Truck Challenge Series presented by AMS Roofing. That's a real series that does come to the new Smyrna Speedway in all kinds of tracks throughout the state of Florida. So if you like pro truck racing, this is a great series to follow. They provide great action. We had them here during our regular speed weeks back in February, and they put on a great show there, and they do all around Florida. So big thank you to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Florida Pro Truck Challenge Series. Make sure you follow them on Facebook to keep up to date with what they're going to do with their schedule, because I know that they are planning to get up and running here as soon as possible. So we want to thank them for coming on board. Of course, we talked to Russell from Edgewater Screen. Make sure you give them a call, 386-428-8490. Now's a good time to get those home improvement projects done during this pandemic. I painted my house during this pandemic. You can't tell behind me, but now's a good time to get those projects done. So give Russell Edgewater Screen a call. They will definitely hook you up. They're located in Volusia County, but give them a call and they'll definitely set something up and let you know if they can service your area. And of course, Rowdy's Dipping Service. That's Wes's company. He's pitched in. If you're wondering what the heck is a dipping service, it's kind of like a Wes could probably explain it better, but you can actually get your car wrapped and make it look sharp. He's got all kinds of different colors he can do. His car changes colors. So if you're into that kind of stuff, give Wes a call, 904-814-3244. If you're interested in sprucing up your car a little bit, maybe you want to use your stimulus money on that. That's Rowdy's Dipping Services. He does chrome details, full vehicles, tinting lights. Give him a call. Let him know. He'll hook you up there. Of course, we have Super Spray Pressure Wash coming on board. That's James Adams' company. He's located in the Daytona Beach area. He'll wash everything from your home, roof, wood, vinyl, gutters, and more. You can give them a call, 386-566-0409. Of course, James is a big supporter of New Smyrna Speedway, and he's come on board to support this eWorld Series. We have www.cagecage.com, the #1 roll cage fabrication tool for the do-it-yourself cage builder. So you want to check them out at www.cagecage.com.
And that's Gage with G-A-G-E.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Cagegage.com. It all blended together there on the copy. But yes, www.cagegage.com for your roll cage needs there. And of course, Sunshine State Racing, easy for me to say. That's your #1 Facebook page for following all of Florida's short track racing action. Even though there's not a lot of action right now, give them a follow. They're doing all kinds of fun things during the pandemic to keep you up to date with Florida racing. So make sure you check them out. That is Sunshine State Racing. So we appreciate everybody for coming on board here. Of course, we'll talk more about those sponsors throughout the night. But it's great to see how this has evolved from
overnight.
Pretty much, from, hey, we're going to do this race during the eSports 100. We had some guys pitching a couple bucks here and there. But we got some major prize money. We'll go over the prize specifics here at a later time. But thank you to all the companies coming on board, supporting our e-drivers here. So it's a pretty exciting thing that we have going on. This isn't just all right, we're going to run some races. There's some real stuff up for grabs here.
There is. And for you that are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We call races all week long, some days multiple races a day. For you watching on Facebook, on VidaneTV, hit that like button as well. Make sure that you tune in. You're going to see a lot of stuff about these sponsors, about the drivers on this page, as well as our website, vidane.net. And to you sponsors, keep an eye out on it. We're going to do some spotlight stuff for y'all interviews, some Zoom interviews with you sponsors, so you can get your name out there, get your logos out there, get everything we can out there for you. So that is what the plan is. And again, tonight, guys, we got 100 laps here in the street stocks. Next week, we're going to be doing the same thing, but tour mods, week 3, super lates, and then we focus right back around to these street stocks, and we got 9 weeks of this. Now tonight, you're going to see your top 10 in qualifying move right on to the 100-lap feature. They don't have to worry about the heats. They don't have to worry about the consies. The heat races. Now, Ryan, we've seen it fluctuate before, so this is the way it's supposed to go. Heat races are supposed to take top 1, 2, 3. Top 3 from the heats.
Top 3, okay.
Top 3.
Big pressure situation right there.
There is. However, the consi, the top 6 roll on. So should see 2 heats, I believe, tonight, possibly 3. I believe the server is almost at max right now. I think it might be at that 50 driver max.
That's going to be a good show then.
We're gonna have a big.
Do not qualify in the top 10, you are going to be sweating it out here tonight to make.
You better hope you're in the 11th or 20th.
Man. I'm telling you, that's going to be some exciting stuff.
Another thing, Ryan, for you guys that have watched the practice races and watched the eSports 100 that we had, you saw it was caution-filled. I'm not going to lie about it. The exhibition race was caution-filled. The late model race was caution-filled. So what we're doing is admin-controlled cautions, meaning, and we're doing this through the heat, the consi, and the feature, meaning if there's a wreck in the back and only 1 or 2 cars are involved, that caution's not going to fly. These guys got to get back up on the wheel, and they got to go. That caution will not come out. Now, if there is a wreck big enough to bring out a caution, then you're going to see that yellow flag fall. And also, Ryan, these guys only have 2 chances to screw up and bring out a caution, and then they're gone. Actually, 1 chance. You bring out 1 caution, you're going to the back of the pack. If you bring out a second caution, we're going to ask you to park. And that is just to clean up the caution-ridden events that we've had. And if it starts to clean up, we'll go back to 3 strikes. But right now, we want to make sure you fans get as much green flag action as you can and make sure these drivers get to battle it out for the win.
Absolutely. And I know that through some of the practice races that you guys have been doing, you've had to deal with some controversy. How was the drivers' meeting tonight? Any controversies or anything so far, or things looking good?
Your usual personalities showed up.
All right.
Your usual personalities, but I think we're going to be good. We're going to watch out for the aggressive driving. We're going to watch for the guys that might have some issues in real life, make sure it doesn't roll over to the virtual side of things. And it's all about putting on the best race for you fans, as well as the drivers. We want to make sure there's a good show put on. And,
absolutely.
And I know these guys are going to, man. We've seen Ryan Matthews win both of our events.
Yes.
And, but in the practice races, he hasn't yet to win. We've seen Colbert win a race. And who else won? Oh, and Anthony Sergi has won.
Right.
So,
no surprises there. Good drivers there.
And great racing. Great racing. Blake Clauser, one of the youngest participants that we have, doing a great job battling up front. So, I can't wait. I really can't. It's just a few more minutes, and then we're going to go to qualifying.
Yeah, qualifying coming up here at 8. Like Wes said, they're going to take the top 10 in qualifying. They're locked in. They can sit back, eat some popcorn, head to the fridge, let the heat races play out as they may. They're going to qualify. If everything works out, it should be 3 from the heats, and then we'll have that last chance consi race to set the starting field. So a lot of drivers that are in tonight's server probably not going to make it on to the main event. So qualifying going to be a big deal here tonight. The heats are going to be exciting. I mean, honestly, the heats and consolation race, that's going to be worth the price of admission. So, and it's free, so you might as well stick around for the main event.
Absolutely. And Ryan, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Me too, man. I'm excited.
Great news coming out of New Smyrna today that we might actually see practices coming Monday. If you want to go over that a little bit with these guys.
Sure. And I know it's not a, hey, we'll see you this weekend for racing. Under the NASCAR sanctioning, we were not allowed to hold NASCAR sanctioned races until May 5th anyways. So this is a little bit of a baby step, but a lot of people have been asking, why can't we practice? Why can't we get our cars out there right now? Well, the simple answer was the, stay-at-home order. We have to obey that. Other tracks are taking risks, doing that thing, but New Smyrna trying to be, trying to follow the rules, stay in good standings. But again, opening practice, or we will be opening up private practice, 2 cars at a time on opposite ends of the racetrack. We're going to observe social distancing. We're going to ask people to wear masks, not because not because we want to, but because we have to. We want to keep everybody safe so that we can get back to racing as soon as possible. And we're hopeful, as more information is coming out from the governor's office, that we might be able to get a race in here this month or as soon as possible. It might be different. We might have to ask people to sit all around the speedway and not together. But hey, if that's what we got to do to get back racing, I think everybody will be okay with that. But baby steps have been made. Progress is a good thing because there's been no news for a while. And we're hopeful to have real race cars on the racetrack here very, very shortly. But the good news is we have the Esports World Series to look forward to for the next 9 weeks.
We do, and we're about to get going on qualifying, so I'm pretty excited on that one there. So ready to rock and roll.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get out of this here. We're gonna go racing. Everybody, have fun. If you're in the chat on YouTube, keep on chatting. We'll chat back with you. Action here in qualifying. Guys, to watch a couple of these cars here in a moment. He's going to kick it to that so you can see exactly kind of what we see during qualifying. And as I'm seeing, there's still some guys sitting on pit road. Some guys are coming out. Anthony Sergi's now coming out to run his lap in the 20 machine. So it'll be interesting to see what Anthony can do. As I said earlier, he actually finished first in one of our practice races. So it's always cool to see.
Well, no surprise at the top right now. Ryan Borgs has the top spot. He actually just took it away from, it says Patrick Thomas, but I'm guessing that's Tanner Thomas behind the wheel tonight. And then Devin McLeod looks to be rounding out the top 3 here. But like you said, Wes, still a ways to go, so that could possibly change.
Yes, sir. And again, thank you to our sponsors, Sunshine State Racing. I'm gonna work on that one. Sunshine State Racing. It's so hard to get out. Facebook page. Go like them. You can watch this action here as well as all the action in the real life racing at New Smyrna Speedway, as well as every other track here in Florida, including Citrus, including Volusia, North Florida Speedway, dirt, asphalt, whatever it may be. They cover it all. So be sure to check them out. They do a really good job. They're one of our sponsors, as well as the Florida Pro Truck Series, the Challenge Series. Those drivers are amazing. We got one of them in this race by the name of Jason Lester. He'll be one to watch for as usual. So Jason will be out here. You get a chance to see him tonight. A great sponsor is that Pro Truck Series, the Florida Pro Truck Series, I should say. And then, again, thank you to our title sponsor. Our title sponsor being the Edgewater Screens. Thank you to them. They're doing a wonderful job helping us out here, making sure these drivers have something to drive for.
And Wes, I just got confirmation it is Tanner Thomas behind the wheel of the 25 tonight, so that'll be interesting to watch. As he's up there, still in the top 5.
Yes, and oh yeah, by the way, viewers, that top 10 that moves on, the top 5 will get inverted. Some of these drivers may have forgotten that. We'll see who does or doesn't, but I think they're more about making the show. But
yeah, we'll see who's sandbagging or not.
Exactly. And also a shout out to the pressure washer company here that we have that is sponsoring for us. They're doing a wonderful job. James Adams Company will get you a graphic up here for them. Their information is on there. One of the top pressure washing companies in the Daytona Beach area. They do a heck of a job.
I got to say, that's a pretty accurate caricature of James as well.
It's perfect. It's
absolutely perfect. Yep.
All right, so qualifying here is going to be a wrapping on up.
And, of course, that board has changed a little bit. How about Bruce Bennett, the 24, at the top of the board right now? And they're still – well, okay, everything just switched over, but I saw that Ryan Matthews did not make the top 10. He'll have to race his way in. That's going to be fun to watch.
And Ryan, we're going to have 3 heat races in this one, Ryan. 3, count them, 3 heat races. So
that's what I'm talking about.
To count down your top 10 here, starting on the pole in heat 1, man, oh man, it is Blake Clouser. Starting second will be Jimmy Frazier in the 6. Starting third, Tyler Sontag in the 91. Starting fourth, Brandon Morris in the 56. Starting 5th, Matthew Poole in the 73. Starting 6th, David Costello in the 50. Starting 7th, Willie Cuddy in the 23. Starting 8th will be the 02 of Jay Zolciak Jr. I'm going to work on that one.
The tongue twister.
Yeah, starting 9th, TJ Chambers in the 15. Starting 10th will be David Love in the 70. 11th, James Adams in the 22. Rex Kenyon in the 99, starting in the 12th position. Corey Kutina in the 03, starting 13, and rounding out your field will be Robert Pearson in the 2. And what your top 10 is that qualified is Bruce Bennett, Eric Purcell, Ryan Borgs, Anthony Sergi, and Patrick Thomas is your top 5. Devin McLeod, Jesse Powers, Nick Snyder, Hayden Sprague, and LJ Grimm. They're going straight on to the feature.
All right, so here we go. Heat number 1 hitting the track. You see Blake Clouser in the number 9. His sister, Kate Clouser, drives a car that looks just like that here at the New Smyrna Speedway. So we'll see what Blake can do in the number 9 ride today. Jimmy Frazier in that 6 going to be outside. Then Tyler Sontag, the 91. He's been getting better and better here throughout these practice races. So I'll be keeping my eye on that 9. And Wes, is it still 3 to qualify?
Yes, your top 3. I believe we are still bringing into qualifying, top 3.
All right, so 3 and only 3 going to move to the main event. The rest of them to the consolation race, and that one's going to be crazy and wild when we get to it later today.
All right, Ryan. The Daytona Dodge Pace Truck, as we know it at New Smyrna Speedway, the iRacing Pace Truck here, it's going to make its way down into pit road, take the hard left corner, and we are green.
Blake Clouser, the 9, he gets the jump from Frazier in the 6, and they're 3 wide looking into turn number 1. Tyler Sontag on the bottom. He's making that charge for that second spot. Remember, top 3 and only 3 going to make the show.
Right now, that number 9 ride, Clouser looking great out front as these guys now are battling it out. Almost 3 wide there for second. Jimmy Frazier is there. Tyler Sontag wants it. Right on his heels is Brandon Morris. Right now, Sontag in that final transfer position. Only 12 laps to get it done.
Oh,
Sontag.
Brandon Morris, the 56, got into him. Morris, the sportsman competitor around the state of Florida, he gets into Tyler Sontag, and now Tyler won't be taking his pictures anymore.
Yeah, we have the 22 of James Adams got wrecked on the backstretch here, trying to get the car back up and going, having a little bit of problem doing so right now. Stuck down low, but he is out of the racing groove, so the caution will not fly. He is out of the racing groove, so we stay green.
So still under green, Blake Clouser continues to show the way in the 9. Tough break, though, for Tyler Sontag. I know he's going to be disappointed that the caution didn't come out, but that's just sometimes the breaks you get here in auto racing. So top 3 now is going to be Clouser, Frazier, and Poole. So those 3, if things stay the same, would move on, but still a ways to go with only 4 complete.
Sarah Kuda 12 in YouTube says, number 99 is my favorite to watch. That dude always makes crazy moves. She's talking about Rex Kenyon, or he or she is talking about Rex Kenyon, and I totally agree.
How about that paint scheme on Rex's car? That thing's beautiful.
It really is.
So still up front, Blake Clouser, he's continuing to lead, but now we're watching this battle between Kenyon and Love. Kenyon 99, Love in the 70, so we're about halfway through this thing. And, man, tough break for Tyler Sontag getting taken out there by Brandon Morris.
Yeah, it looked like Tyler may have came down a little bit too, so you're kind of going half and half there.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 sides to every story, of course.
Yep, and the 50 of David Costello further in the back, hits in the back of Brandon Morris, but he keeps it straight, keeps it going. So far, your transfer position is Blake Clouser in that number 9 is first place coming across the line. It's the 73 of Matthew Poole, currently sitting 3rd. He is the final transfer, and in between those 2 would be Jimmy Frazier in the 6, running 2nd. But, man, Brandon Morris is all over the bumper of the 73, wanting that spot.
Oh, and look, he's taking a peek to the inside. This is the battle to watch here, folks, with 5 to go. Morris, 56, on the bottom, trying to take it from that Hooters car, and here comes the 50. David Costello right into the mix. 3 cars under a blanket for the final qualifying spot now.
Trying as hard as not to land or to lean on the 73. And
Oh!
there's contact from the 50 of Costello over the bumper of Morris. But at what point do you just go? And they make contact!
Around! Going around.
That is for that transfer position, and there's no caution. So, man, these drivers ask, what if this happens to me? And no caution comes out.
Tough break. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes.
That is the way it goes. But you know what? Drivers do not forget.
Yeah, that's very true. And Blake Clouser is having an easy go of it. All the carnage happening behind him. As you see, he's got a big lead on your screen here now. Frazier back in 2nd, and then it's Morris in the 56 up to that final qualifying spot. It's going to be between Morris and Costello. We'll see if Costello is going to use the bumper because he's closing in on him now with 2 to go here, Wes.
White flag is out for Blake Clouser. He has no pressure behind him, and Jimmy Frazier with no pressure behind him. Those 2 are looking clean and green as long as they can make it back around 2 more corners. Your battle is for that 3rd position as David Costello sends it in on the line. He will not be able to do it. Your winner, Blake Clouser, followed up by Jimmy Frazier. Brandon Morris will be moving on, and that 56 moved on, but not without some controversy.
Yeah, things got a little crazy as we expected in that one, and I mean, you hate to see it, but that's what we were hyping up the whole time in the pre-show there, Wes. We knew it was coming, we knew it was going to be good, but congratulations, Blake Clouser, Jimmy Frazier, Brandon Morris. We'll see you in the main event. So we're gridding up here now, heat race number 2. Same song, different verse here. We'll take the top 3, and we got some heavy hitters in this one, including Daniel Dye, Corey Spencer, Travis Sukup, and a host of others here. We'll let Wes bring in the starting lineup here in a moment as they're all getting staged and ready to go. Heat number 2 coming right up.
Cody Brinson will be lining up on the pole for this one, and that 98 ride is Cody Brinson. Starting second will be David Ayers in that 77, aggressive young guy that knows how to get it done. Starting third will be, I believe, Daniel Dye starting that P3 position, so that's going to be fun to watch. Those two have a history. I'm sorry, David Ayers. I'm sorry, I'm incorrect. David Ayers is in the next one. David, that's Jeffrey Gabolt in the 92. It's probably good those two drivers aren't starting nose to tail, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say that the sound of your voice made me concerned, but I think we can rest easy now.
Bray Holmes starting fourth in the 26. Starting fifth will be Ryan Matthews. He knows how to get it done. This is interesting. Going to be watching him come from the back. Starting sixth, Cody Strickler in the 52. Starting seventh, the 024 of Dalton Smith, another New Smyrna guy. Starting eighth, Corey Spencer, a former New Smyrna guy in the 30. Starting ninth, Travis Sukup, and I believe that's his dad. I think his dad's Mike. I cannot remember.
Yeah, Mike is his dad, so we'll
Mike's
see
in that
confirmation. Card. Okay, so Mike Sukup, 47.
Kiri Morris in the will be starting 10th in the 21. Starting 11th will be Ryan Pierce in the 18. Starting 12th will be Eugene Tuminello. He's been doing pretty good throughout the practice races.
Super stock regular as well.
Yes, sir. Starting 13th, the 44 of Dylan LeBeau. And then rounding out your field will be Arthur Hendren in the 64.
Well, that's another New Smyrna regular, Art Hendren there in the 64. He's going to be starting at the back. I think he's new to the iRacing deal. So, boy, but how about Ryan Matthews being in a heat race? This is the first time I've seen that. And, man, it's going to be interesting to follow him. Watch him coming up through the back of the field. Also, Ryan Pierce is in this one as well, as we are going green here. West Heat number 2 is underway.
They are bumper to bumper, banging door handles already. And Ryan Matthews sends the 43 a die up the track, who makes contact with the 26. The 26 of Bray Holmes.
Oh, boy.
Looks like a rock.
Boy, Bray Holmes getting the short end of the stick, and around goes Eugene Tuminello in the back of the pack, but we're going to stay under green here. There's Tuminello's 35. No worse to wear. Oh!
Correct the 52. The 26 goes rolling, and the caution will come out.
That's Bray Holmes and the 26 upside down, going for a wild ride here on the front straightaway as they continue to pile in. Oh, my goodness.
And we will have replays for you guys, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. We will have replays, but man, the 26 did not get a fair shot at this race coming straight off the line. He got straight out of 1 and 2. He got pushed up the track, and it all just went haywire from there. And our Mr. Showtime, Paul Strickland, is in the production booth, and he's going to get us a replay here very shortly. But it just looked like the 024 turns the 5-2. The 52, and then the 26 of Bray Holmes gets the short end of the stick. Paul, what you got there for us, buddy?
Yeah, we're taking a look right now. We're going to focus in. The 26 car was up high. The 024 was down low. And you can see it looks like he gets a little bit bent out of shape right there. He gets sent up the track. And, the 024 turns the 52, and the 26 sends him up on his lid. Man, that's not how it's supposed to be. The rubbers are supposed to be on the ground, and the shiny side goes up. So it's good that he got it right now, but a lot of damage on that 26 car. So going to have to get that thing reset after this heat race and see what he can do in the Conti.
Well, that was no fault of his own. The Discount Foods 26 going for that wild ride. He was a victim in that one, but Wes, like we said in heat number 1, sometimes that's just the way it goes, and it's unfortunate. We hate to see that. We wish everybody could win, but sometimes it's just not your night.
Yep. When you have this large a field, this many cars, you can't expect everybody to have the night that they're looking for. However, you're going to see some drivers come out on top here that maybe you didn't expect, and maybe some drivers struggle you didn't expect, like Ryan Matthews. If you're familiar with the last 2 races we ran, you don't expect to see Ryan Matthews in that Hooters 00 to run further in the back. But
no, normally he dominates every race and leads every lap, and tonight right now he's qualified, so it could still happen. But yeah, he's having to work a little bit harder tonight, which is why we've done the series this way. We've mixed up the cars. And we've mixed up the competitors a little bit, added some new competitors, and it's turning out to be a great show here as we're just now in heat number 2 of 3 tonight, plus we've got a Conti coming up before the 100-lap main event. So buckle in, sit tight. Going to be a great show here on VidaneTV. And again, I want to thank you guys for putting this all together for us.
Oh, thank you for joining us. It wouldn't be the same without you here, buddy. It's great having you here. And I think what we're going to call our sponsor, we usually plug racingjunk.com at the real New Smyrna Speedway. I think we're going to plug our college hunks moving junks and moving company. That's going to be our plug for our cautions here, because some of these cars might need moved off the track after they get totaled tonight. Might have to call them to pick up the junk.
They're going to have to come pick up some of these Camaros off the virtual track before it's all said and done.
And Corey Katuna came in on the VidaneTV, and he says first heat was interesting from the back, from a driver's perspective. From an announcer's perspective, Corey, I totally understand. We agree.
Yes, there was some wild action there, and but we're gonna see that in these heats. It's desperation. Only the top 3 are going, and we got 14 cars here in this race, so a big percentage of the field not going to make it in this qualifying effort as we're getting ready to go back to green. Cody Brinson, the 98. He's your leader. He brings him down the front straight away with, I believe that's the 92. Jeffrey Gabalt right behind him. We're back underway here. Top 3 get single file as they go into 1 and 2.
That's what they want to see, Ryan, a single file race. And they see Ryan Matthews. He's currently not in the transfer position. Daniel Dye is. That might be the battle, and I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those drivers use the bumper if need be, as Daniel Dye all over the bumper of Jeffrey Gabalt going down to 1.
Daniel Dye was looking for some insurance there off turn number 4, but now he slides up the racetrack and out of the qualified spot. Fighting back, though. Not going to give it up that easy. Daniel Dye, very aggressive young driver, especially in this iRacing stuff. He's not going to give it up easy. They're still side by side for that final spot as the leader flirts with the wall off 4.
Ryan Matthews battling hard. Daniel Dye trying to clear himself, but that outside just isn't in yet. But he's working it as hard as he can. They're still side by side. Next time around will be 2 to go. This is for the transfer position. The 43 of Daniel Dye, the 00 of Ryan Matthews.
And don't look now, but here comes the 52 of Cody Stickler now making his way into the fight. Top 5 almost under a blanket. Throws Suk up in the 47, little contact. Matthews saves it off 2. They continue to trade paint down the backstretch. It's getting good for that final spot, Wes.
Right at the edge of my seat, you got 3 aggressive drivers up there battling it. And Daniel Dye makes contact, saves it. And the 50 contact on the wall. The white flag is out, Ryan. Call us to the end.
This is it. This is the final lap. A little bit of insurance space now for Ryan Matthews, as he's got nobody directly behind him. He might be able to drive right into the main event. Cody Brinson, the 98, going to bring it off turn number 4. He's going to win heat number 2. Second to Jeffrey Gabalt. Third to Ryan Matthews. Those are the only 3 that matter here. They qualify to the main event. Everybody else to the consi. And some really good drivers. Daniel Dye, Cody Stickler, and Sukup not making it in. They'll have another shot here later on tonight.
They will. There is a consi coming up, so that consi is going to be action-packed. But until then, we got one more heat race here. Another 12-lap heat race that's going to lead us the top 3 into the feature. Ryan, I am excited. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's been great so far. Those were just the heats, and boy, I'm seeing the names pop up here for this next heat. Colt Cecil, Jason Lester, among others, trying to make their way in. Final heat race of the night. Again, top 3 to qualify. We've already locked in the top 10 in single car qualifying earlier, if you're just joining us here on VidaneTV. But again, final chance to qualify in. Wes will bring us the starting lineup.
All right, still waiting for some cars to load up. But scheduled to start pole here for Heat 3 will be Colt Cecil in the 19. Starting second will be that 77 machine. Cool looking ride there. And that will be David Ayers in the 02. So, or the 77 of David Ayers, I'm sorry.
You got a lot you're looking at, I understand.
Yeah, there is a lot here. Starting third with Jason Lester. He's going to be in the 7. Starting fourth will be Nicholas Noggle in the 08. Starting fifth, Dodge Calibur. He will be in the 11. It's going to be one to watch. And starting sixth will be the 69 ride of Joshua Kunspek. Another one to watch. Starting seventh will be Cody Pitts in the 29. Starting eighth, Adam Boltmeyer in the 72. Starting ninth, Kyle Pitts in the, he's got to be some kind of relation to Cody. He'll be in the 8, starting ninth. Starting 10th, James Snyder in the 55. Starting 11th will be Jason Miller in the 86. Starting 12th, Hayden Vach, 45 ride. And then starting 13th would be Jason Eisman. That is rounding out your field.
Boy, talking about Jason Eisman, we did a practice race with the Legends cars just for fun. He was in a qualified spot, got taken out. Now he's going to have to come from the back. But how about the guys up front, some of those Florida Pro Truck Challenge Series regulars, Colt Cecil, Jason Lester, they race in real life now. Going to be dueling it out here in this heat. Throw the 11 in there too. Pace truck is off, and we're getting ready to go green flag here in heat number 3. Colt Cecil in the 19 leads us down into turn number 1.
Jason Lester all over his bumper, though, in that interesting paint scheme that he has there. And there's contact there for third place at the 77.
Oh, man.
Pushed up the track by Dodge Colbert, who kind of muscles his way down into turn 3. And the 77 shoots low.
Oh, we're wrecking behind him. Big wreck in turn 4 at the 29. And 55 doing a tornado spin in turn 4. I don't know what else to call that.
Tornado spin. Let's call it tornado spin. That was great. We had that battle for the transfer position already through on lap 1 there with the 77 Ayers, Carlbert, but didn't see the drama going on behind. And honestly, it just looks like it was a chain reaction from what was happening in front of him. And just calamity. And I believe Paul in the booth has what we need.
Absolutely. Wes is going to take a look at it. The 29 Trump car just kind of gets out of shape, and he comes back up the track just a bit and slides across the nose of the 8 car. And everybody in front of him, it looks like the checkup starts with the 77, then the 08, and then the 29. And unfortunately, nowhere for the 8 car to go, but right up the back of that car. Man, let me tell you, that hit right there, it was huge.
Oh, yeah, the
I see what you did there.
The 55 of Jim Snyder was the one spinning like a tornado on his nose there, bringing back memories of Scott Wimmer in the Daytona 500 in 2005. That was pretty wild. But there's another one of the college hunks hauling junk yellow flags here in this heat race. So not what we want to see, but we kind of knew it was coming.
College hunks hauling junk. This branch that has sponsored is through Bobby Dooley. He is a mod mini driver at New Smyrna Speedway. And Bobby Dooley, he will be, he's the one that sponsored his branch of college hunks hauling junk. Man, that's a hard one to get out, too. The telephone number for that, if you want to get a hold of Mr. Bobby Dooley, you need somebody moved. You're in Daytona, you need something moved. It's 904-755-1848. That's 904-755-1848. And that is the College Hunks hauling junk and moving. They do a wonderful, wonderful job. And they will move if you got a storage unit, they got it covered. They've got a home, you're moving from place to place. You got that covered as well. So College Hunk, haul in junk through Bobby Dooley, 904-755-1848.
And hey, now's a great time to do some spring cleaning. So if you got some stuff to get rid of, give them a call. They'll take care of you. All right, Wes, let's yes, it looks like the lights will go off on the pace truck in a moment here, but nope, just kidding. Take one. So Colt Cecil in the 19, he's your leader. Jason Lester in the 7, so 2 of the Florida Pro Truck Challenge Series regulars up at the front. Then you got Ayers in the 77. Those are your top 3 right now, but really only 1 lap of actual racing in so far. So this heat race is going to come down to this final shootout. We got drivers like Dodge Colbert and Nicholas Noggle not yet qualified, so we'll have to see if they can take advantage here. So it's going to be about, it's going to be about 5 or 6 laps in this heat.
This is something, and if you're a driver that qualified in the top 10, the cool part about that is you're getting to watch this. You're getting to see exactly what's happening. You're this is the video you're watching in the locker room if you're a football team. You know, you're watching these drivers, you're seeing how they race. Okay, I see how he's going to race. If he makes a show, I know how to race him. This is like a prime time for those drivers to do that. So, all right, Ryan, the lights are about to go off. We're going to have Colt Cecil on the inside. We're going to have Jason Lester, David Ayers, and then Dodge Carlbert. That's your top 4.
Fans, all I can say is watch this restart. It's going to get good. As the green flag comes out, look who gets the whole shot. It's Jason Lester in the 7. Lester going to take the lead on the outside. We don't see that here very often. So Lester is now your leader, and here comes Dodge Colbert in the 11. He's driven around the outside. Wes, you mentioned it. That outside groove might be coming in. We got one going around into the inside wall on the back straightaway. We should be able to stay green as Colt Cecil gets a nudge, and that transfer spot getting mixed up here.
David Ayers, and there goes Colbert.
Oh!
Loses it all on his own. There goes Colbert around. He brings into the 55. These boys better get it going. There is no caution. No caution.
So we stay green, and everybody having a Dodge Colbert there that time, and there goes Ayers. They're all spinning out of the transfer spot. It's a curse to be in 3rd.
That's 77. Now he has to battle his way through the consi unless we get a late caution. I still don't think that will help.
Wait, look at this now. Joshua Koonsbeck, the 69, he's your final qualifier. man, has it changed in these last couple of laps.
Nick Noggle is smoking his tires coming through the corners here, trying to catch up. With Popsicle sticks out, Ryan, this still isn't over.
Nicholas Noggle, the driver from Canada, trying to get in the show. He's one spot out of the money now with 2 laps to go. Looking good for Lester and Cecil. Joshua Koonsbeck better not look in his mirror, though. Noggle trying to close in. Rotors glowing as we come to the white flag. 1 to go.
White flag for that number 7 machine of Jason Lester, just sailing it in there. No pressure behind him. No pressure really for Colt Cecil either in second. That battle with the 69 of Koonsbeck and Noggle heating up, going into 3 for the last transfer spot. Noggle looks low. Noggle looks high. I'm sorry. He's going to try to look low here. Can he get up on the outside, Ryan?
Not go! He didn't get him, but he wrecked him anyway. That's the kind of stuff we all came to see. Joshua Koonsbeck gets in, and here's the good news, folks. The cars will fix themselves automatically going into the feature, so no harm, no foul there. Just good hard racing. Jason Lester wins it. Colt Cecil second, and then it was the 69 of Koonsbeck. Koonsbeck makes his way in, so Joshua Koonsbeck, the final qualifier here, as we are getting the last chance race gridded here. One final chance to make it in. I believe it's going to be 6 to qualify.
Top 6 will move on. Starting on the front row will be the 50 of David Costello. That's going to be an interesting one. Starting second will be Cody Stickler. Both those drivers looked really strong. Starting third will be Nicholas Nago in the 08. Starting fourth will be Rex Kenyon in the 99. Starting fifth will be Travis Sukup in the 47. That's actually Mike Sukup. Starting sixth will be Adam Bultmeyer in the 72. And then starting seventh will be David Love in the 70. Starting eighth, Daniel Dye's got a little bit of room to make up here if he wants to move on in the 43. Starting seventh here will be Kyle Pitts in the 8. On top of him will be Matthew Pohl in the 73. 26 of Bray Holmes will be next in line behind him, and then the 77 of David Ayers. We saw him in a transfer spot. He got knocked to the back, unfortunately. Corey Kutna in the 03. Next up and next to him will be Kiri Morris in the 21. Jason Eisman in the 51, and next to him will be the 91 of Tyler Sontag, another driver that got knocked out of a transfer position. Then we're going to have the 35 of Eugene Tuminello. You know he's going to want to move his way up to the front as soon as he can. Then behind them will be the 23 of Willie Cuddy, James Snyder in the 55, Jason Miller in the 86, Corey Spencer in the 30, TJ Chambers in the 15, and we are green.
Green flag is out. Some 32 cars trying to make it in the show here. One last chance. Top 6 and only 6 going to go to the show here, Wes. This is going to be wild. 20 laps. That's it. If you're starting, oh, we got a big wreck in the back. Big wreck going on in the back straightaway. Didn't see which car that was. And the 73 is one of them, and he's going to go up and over on the back straightaway.
And Matthew Poole is was not looking good. And man, oh man, oh man. That's all it takes right there. There's more in this Conci than there will be in the feature.
They couldn't even let me get it out, but I was going to say it's going to get wild, and before I could get it out, they got wild, and Paul's getting that replay fixed up for us so we can see exactly what happened, and we'll let Paul bring it to you.
There is so much calamity in that one TV shot, we actually had to look at it from the blimp. So that's what we're going to do here. We'll give it to you in real time. And we're going to take a look, and you can see the 26 gets up into the 8. The 8 gets into the 70. 43 checks just a bit. 73 comes across. The 77 hits the 26, hits the 45. 91 involved, 21 involved. Mellow Yellow involved, 55, 11, 15, 45. I think the 18 got by okay. The Trump car's okay. That's good. The 73 car, he gets a little bit of a tap there from Trump, sends him up on his lid, and then he gets a little bit of a spin there. So, holy moly.
The Hooters cars need some wings there after that flip.
I hear they have really good wings.
They do. Get them extra hot.
We need somebody to call up those college hunks. There was a lot of junk there coming out of turn 2.
Wes, that was a crash that started at the drop of the green flag and took till halfway down the back straightaway to stop happening.
Yep, and this will be 20 laps, by the way, guys. 20 laps to get it done. This is a big Conci.
And Wes, these caution laps, it's a killer for those in the back of the field because the cautions are counting So those laps are winding down. So if you're stuck in the back of the pack, you hate to see this.
You do, but at the same time, if you're up front, you don't.
Yeah, well, there you go. Exactly. Two sides to each story.
Yes. And right now, this is how your front is running. You're going to have Cody Stickler is sitting first right now in the 52. Setting second will be David Costello in the 50. Third is Nick Noggle. Fourth, Travis Sukup. Fifth, Adam Bultmeyer. And sixth, David Love. And that leaves Daniel Dye back in eighth. Rex Kenyon in seventh. Kyle Pitts in ninth. Those are the guys that are closest there to the bubble. So this will be interesting, very interesting. And if you are watching on VidaneTV, be sure to give us a like. We call action all week, all different series, all different leagues. We're always calling action. Make sure you give us a subscribe. If you're watching us on Facebook, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're watching from Sunshine State, make sure you like their page and ours. We got a lot of action here for you guys.
You can see the upcoming schedule here on your screen if you'd like to tune in to VidaneTV. Sorry. But we'd also like to thank Edgewater Screen, one of the main title sponsors here for this New Smyrna Esports World Series. That's Edgewater Screen. You can give them a call, 386-428-8490. We appreciate them coming on board, and you can see it there on your screen. Make sure you support our sponsors, and, give them a call if you need any screen work done, as we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Let's see who's going to transfer in the final chance race. Here we go. Back underway with Cody Stickler in the 52 taking the lead.
That 70 of Love bounce off the wall. That's not going to help his way. Nope, they're wrecking in the back again. Big one in the back again. Man, oh man, it's hard to make up position.
Oh, they are all over the place in turn number 2, and we got another one going upside down. That's the 21, and that thing is destroyed. Paul's going to be busy in the production truck here tonight.
Paul, I hope you have your adult beverages, because you're going to need them tonight to keep up with this action, man.
If not, head down to the Last Lap Saloon and grab one.
Kerry Morris went up on a tumble.
Yeah, who do I set my tab to at the end of the night? Holy moly! We're actually going to take a quick look at this from the 21 car, of Kerry Morris, to just kind of see an onboard look here. We're going to jump in the cockpit of this car, and we'll give it to you real quick here. Just see the calamity coming up on here. Like, they get into the turn, and just cars everywhere. Awesome, almost some awesome wreck avoidance. I didn't see that part when I was looking at the tapes, but trying to make good things happen. We'll back it up again here just so you can take a quick look, and we'll take a look here, a couple cars ahead. And man, just big time calamity, big time junk. A lot of tore up race cars here, but you'll get that. You got 32 guys racing for 6 qualifying spots for the main show, the big show here later on tonight. So tough break for a lot of these guys. Hopefully they can get them fixed on pit road and figure out what they're going to do the rest of the night.
Yeah, a lot of tough work. Yes,
I have to say, I don't know how we're going. We dated this race perfectly, Ryan. Do you know what today is?
No, I have no idea.
Today is National Dale Earnhardt Day. Today is Dale Earnhardt's birthday.
Well,
today, Dale Earnhardt would have been 69 years old. We planned this perfectly without even trying.
See, I'm surprised nobody has their car painted up like Dale Earnhardt's, because it makes a great street stock.
I don't think anybody put 2 and 2 together.
Well, I certainly didn't. You stumped me there, man. I'm like, what kind of quiz is this?
Oh, boy.
See, if you ask me a non-race car related question about the cars on the track, I have no idea, man. All right. So, again, like we talked about earlier under the caution, if you're in the top 6, you want these caution laps. If you're in the back of the field, you don't, because the laps are winding down. The caution laps do count. That is, that's what you get when you have the cautions on. You either count the laps or you don't, but you need the cautions, especially when you have big wrecks like that. And we'll see if we can't get off turn number 2 this time. Well, actually, into turn number 1, I guess I should say.
Good thing is, Ryan, is they have 5 chances at a green-white checkered. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So, folks, make sure you join in about 11 o'clock for the feature later on tonight.
Oh, boy. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see. Buckle in. Like I said, when you told me there was going to be 3 heats, I knew we were in for a great night. Hope you guys are enjoying the coverage here. Looks like the lights are down on the pace. Here's your top 2. David Costello in the 50. Cody Stickler is your leader up on the outside lane. He's going to restart up there on that outside lane. So watch the top two. They're sitting pretty. Top six going to qualify. Daniel Dye, one spot out of the money right now. Watch the 43 as we go back to racing.
He's putting the pressure on the back bumper, the 72. The 72
and they're wrecking behind him. The 8 just got turned around, and they scatter, and they...
Oh, yep, caution is out. Oh, there goes the Trump train again. And we got the 55 rolling. The O2's up on 2 wheels. The 29 is all beat up. The 8 is all beat up. And honestly, they're still rolling. The 77's on his lid. Turn 4.
Oh, man.
All up the college hunk.
Air's getting some air over there in turn number 4. It's calamity. We should have just run this last chance race enduro style because it's turning in.
It's basically what it is here. These guys are just going nuts. Just Paul, you need to focus on the 77. Coming out when he's on the middle of the back stretch going to 3, please focus in on the 77. He did more twirls than an Olympic athlete.
Paul's going to have carpal tunnel before this race is over.
And these twirls are so random.
See, my biggest thing, I was actually, there was so much going on, and we saw a lot of it live as we were just kind of cycling through some of the shots there around the speedway. I was just going to show the College Hunks Hauling Junk and Moving logo and just thank them for sponsoring the caution. But since you asked so nicely, I will pull up the replay here of the 77, and we'll take a quick little look-ski here. We're going to focus in that City Chevrolet 77. It looks like he tries to jump down low on the 8 and just gets into the back corner of the 8, and holy moly, there they go. Great save by the 8. Unfortunately, everybody else wrecked. So you see 77 made it through the first ordeal all right, but then he kind of slides up here, and there was, the wrecks was 72 and the 70 got together, pushed the 77 in, and that was I think it was a 2.5 flip. There's that's a spin. That's a second spin. Brake rotors are just glowing cherry red. Kicking up dust all over the place. What a nasty, nasty wreck.
We have a new top 6, though. We do have a new top 6, though, in this Caution Fest Conci. Brought to you by College Hunks. moving junk and wrecked race cars.
I want to know who built a launch pad at the restart line in turn number 4.
That was great. That was great. It sucks for errors, but, man, that launch pad is awesome. But no, up front now we have what you've usually seen: Cody Stickler, and then David Costello, Mike Sukup in the 47. That's going to keep on getting me. Nick Noggle in the 08. Then Daniel Dye moved into 5th position, and behind him, David Love. So still on the outside is a Rex Kenyon trying to make his way through and trying to hopefully get some time to make some passes here.
Well, despite all the carnage, the cream has risen to the top here in this Conci. Still some great drivers towards the back, still trying to fight their way in, but some of the drivers we expected to be in the main event making their way up there. We do want to thank CageGauge.com, one of our sponsors here tonight. Some of these virtual cars might need some roll cage repairs after this event, so they'll want to check out CageGauge.com. You can check them out as well. Any of you racers trying to rebuild cars so we can get back to racing here later on this year.
Absolutely, and CageGauge.com, that's Gauge, G-A-G-E. So, and we are back green, and Stickler gets the whole shot that he wants. Here's Daniel Dye all over the back of Mike Sukup as they head down into turn 1. Let's see if we can at least get a half lap in this time.
Boy, that might be easier said than done.
There they go. The entire pack. Got another one flipping. This is wonderful.
Well, this Conci's turning into a rough one. Tyler Sontag, one of the cars involved there, but you hate to see it, but when you're going to have 32 cars try to qualify for the top 6 spots, you knew it.
Listening into these guys right now, they're not too happy about that. Are you guys still there?
All right, so we're working on getting that replay for you here, and we'll get a look at what happened as this Conci race. It's going to come down to, I don't know, it's probably going to come down to those 5 green and white checkers at this point. The guys from about 8th on back can't get things fixed.
All right, and just hearing it from driver or from race control, last double file chance. After this, they go to single file.
So that could change the game a little bit. If they go single file restarts, that's going to make it harder for those guys in the back to get up. I believe we got a replay queued up here. We'll send it.
Yeah, just taking a quick look, we're going to look at it from the blimp here. You see the 99 and the 82 just get together. The 15, the OT 45 get together, and a lot of couple of cars on the roof. 55 squeaks by, a little bit of paint scraping on the wall. The trump car gets punted there by the 18, and 77 gets by. No damage there, and you can see the number 2 gets a little bit of a nose kiss there from the 91. So a lot of tore up race cars already. Gonna have to keep those college hunk guys on the phone.
Man, I've seen more race cars flip tonight than I've seen in my entire real-life career at New Smyrna Speedway. That is.
And again, college hunks hauling junk and moving. Your prime moving company in the Daytona area. They are there to move your homes. If you got some storage units, whatever you need moved, they are there to move for you. That number is 904-755-1848. 904-755-1848. And also, we can't forget about Edgewater Screens, though. They do a heck of a job for us as well. They are our title sponsor. They're here for all your screen needs. You need your back porch, you need your pool, whatever it may be, they got you screened.
And don't forget to check out Sunshine State Racing. They are your home for Florida racing on Facebook. With everybody kind of in hiatus right now, I recommend following them because they provide updates, they provide stories, everything you need to know, especially during this time when no one really knows what's going on. Make sure you follow them there. Stay up to date on your favorite racetrack, or just to find a racetrack that is racing. That is Sunshine State Racing. Tongue twister.
This might go to a 50-lap consi.
50 laps of yellow, maybe.
I don't think they've gotten one green flag lap in. This was
it's been a rough one, but I knew when I saw 32 cars on the starting grid what to expect. All right, Wes, let's try it again, man. Top 6 to qualify, back to green with 3 to go at the line, and it's Stickler in the 52 getting the whole shot, trying to break away from the carnage, let it all happen behind him. Let's see if we can make it through 1 and 2. So far, so good. We're still under green.
These guys want to see that white flag so bad. They want this race over with.
Oh, Dodge Carlber going for a spin, and they're piling up again. One car launching through the air in turn 4. The O2's up.
The white flag is out.
Okay, let's see. We're going to race it back. Remember, top 6 to qualify. That's going to mix it up, and they're wrecking again. Boy, somebody just lost a transfer spot. I have no idea, but it's Cody Stickler who's going to win it. Noggle second, I believe, and we'll get you the top 6 because it got crazy there as we expected.
Mike Sukup moves on. David Costello moves on. Daniel Dye and Dalton Smith. That is your top 6.
Dalton Smith
moves on.
He makes his way in and then gives Daniel Dye a love tap there after the checkers. So we'll keep our eye on that. Man, oh man, that was.
All right, so I believe now we're going to have a little pause in the action, and we're going to have a national anthem coming to you from the New Smyrna Speedway. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we could pause for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes send bright stars through the perilous skies.
All right, I want to give a big thank you to Tom from Speedway Video. He's the one that films all the racing at New Smyrna Speedway, including that national anthem there, so I want to give him a shout-out. So right now we're seeing the warm-up session, final warm-up before the main event. We'll get that ready to go here in just...
All right, guys, we are back, and I'm going to throw it to Ryan Stevens here, the voice of New Smyrna Speedway. He has more list of sponsors here for us that are helping make this happen.
Yeah, we got a few minutes here, so we'll bring you our sponsors. Of course, our title sponsor for this World Series of Esports, Edgewater Screen. We talked to Russell in the pre-show. He's a huge supporter of not only real racing, but now hopping on board the iRacing here, so we appreciate him. That's Edgewater Screen. You can get in touch with them at 386-428-8490. It's a local family-owned and operated business serving Volusia County since 1968. So give them a call for all your screening needs. They're still going strong, so if you need that project done, call Edgewater Screen. Also, we have the O'Reilly Auto Parts Florida Pro Truck Challenge Series presented by AMS Roofing. That is a real-life series here in the state of Florida. They tour all kinds of tracks, from the small bowl rings to even our big half mile here at the New Smyrna Speedway. They put on some great racing. We have a number of their drivers in the main event here tonight. So big thank you to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Florida Pro Truck Challenge Series. Make sure you follow them on Facebook to keep up to date with their schedule. Also, we have my co-announcer, Wes, Rowdy's Dippin' Services, on board. That's a premier liquid wrap company in North Florida. They do everything from wheels, tinting, lights, chrome deletes, full vehicles, and more. Give Wes a call, 904-814-3244. They'll give you a free quote. And if you want to make your car look really, really sharp, use your stimulus money, you can check them out. Rowdy's Dippin' Service. They'll make your car look great. Wes's car looks great when it comes to New Smyrna to smoke everybody in the spectator races, that's for sure.
Can't wait.
How did I know you were going to say that? All right, we also have Super Spray Pressure Wash on board. Give them a call, 386-566-0409 for free estimates. That is our own James Adams. You can see his caricature. That is an actual photo of James doing his job there. So if you need anything pressure washed, from gutter soffits, screen rooms, your entire mobile home, whatever you might need, I need him to come over to my house. I got a white house and it's full of all kinds of crap. So if you need anything pressure washed, give James a call, 386-566-0409. He's a good guy. He'll take care of you. And of course, I'll get it right this time. CageGauge.com, the #1 roll cage fabrication tool for the do-it-yourself cage builder. You can check them out at CageGauge.com. If you're looking to build your own cage or anything that you need, check them out there. They'll take care of you. And of course, make sure you like Sunshine State Racing on Facebook, the #1 page to follow everything from the Gladiators at Volusia to the super late models at New Smyrna Speedway. It's Sunshine State Racing. They've got all the action you need. Give them a like, follow them. Stay tuned. You're going to hear about anything that's going on in the state of Florida racing-wise from their page, and that's a great resource to have, especially right now when there's a lot of unknowns. And, of course, we got to thank Bobby Dooley and College Hunks Moving for coming on board, sponsoring our cautions. I'm sure we're going to talk about them a ton during the main event. Hopefully we clean things up a little bit, but that's College Hunks, hauling junk, and more, specifically in the Daytona area. Bobby Dooley, of course, the former driver at the New Smyrna Speedway. We hope to see him back eventually, but you can support his company, College Hunks, hauling junk, and moving. As, like I said, Wes, we're going to be talking about them a bunch in the main event, most likely.
We are. We just got a couple seconds left here in this warm-up. If you are watching on YouTube, let us know in the chat. Who do you want to win this race? If you're watching on Facebook at VidaneTV, who's your pick? Is it a New Smyrna guy such as Jason Lester or Daniel Dye, or maybe even a Mike Sukup? Or are you going with a Anthony Sergi, which I feel like he might be the biggest favorite? My pick, after seeing everything that we've watched, I'm going to go with an underdog here, Ryan. I think young Blake Clouser will find a way to get it done tonight.
Ooh, I like that you're going with a young guy. I'm going to stick with the young guys and say, watch Tanner Thomas driving for Patrick Thomas tonight. I think he's going to be fun to watch. And, maybe it's a youth movement, but you can't count out Ryan Matthews. He's been so good in everything that we've raced so far. I know he had to go in through the heats today, but keep your eye on him. But Wes, I'm not biased. I'm looking for a good race. I'm rooting for the green flag tonight.
All right, Ryan. So here is your lineup. Starting pole will be the 25 of Tanner Thomas. Again, qualifying top 5 were inverted. Starting second, Anthony Sergi in the number 20. Starting third, Ryan Borgs in the 33. He is a kart racer from the Northeast. Starting fourth, Eric Purcell in the 88. And starting pole, New Smyrna Speedway's own Bruce Bennett. Going to be an interesting one there. Rounding out the rest of the field here as you see him to start rolling. Devin McLeod would be in the 42. Jesse Powers in the 32. The 57 of Nick Snyder. The 41 of Hayden Sprague. And then the 5 of LJ Grimm is rounding out your top 10 that was able to move on from qualifying. After that, Blake Clouser will be starting 11th. He's going to be the first guy to move on from the heat races. Then we're going to have Cody Brinson. He's going to put on a good show, I am sure. And then, Ryan, we are actually getting ready to get ready to rock and roll and go green here. So I'm not going to be able to get through everybody, unfortunately. But, man, I'm ready to have some fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a great race, and if you're just joining us, you're wondering, well, some of these cars we didn't even see in the heats. That's because they locked in with their single car qualifying times from earlier. So Tanner Thomas, we just talked about him on the youngsters, driving for his dad tonight. I know it says P. Thomas on your screen, driving for his dad, Patrick Thomas, one of the best drivers in the sportsman division in the state, alongside Anthony Sergi in the 20, one of the great super late model drivers from New Smyrna and all along the state of Florida. Wes, we are under green. We're racing here at New Smyrna Speedway. Night number 1 of the World Series is underway.
Anthony Sergi got a great start on the outside, but in the center of the corner there, car just didn't go. However, he's back up and rolling. Coming out of turn 3 and 4, trying to hold the lead. The battle, though, is for second. Can Thomas clear him? Oh, man, he cleared himself on Purcell's point.
Whew, that was close, but clean and green on lap 1. Great job from these guys. Complete 180 from what we saw in the last chance race. We're getting some green flag racing, at least early on, with Anthony Sergi showing the way. Big gaggle of cars on the back straightaway as we have a battle up here for 4th between the 33 and 21. Devin McLeod, that red car there, losing some space.
Great battles all throughout the track, but you have Anthony Sergi pulling away. You got the 25 of Tanner Thomas trying to hold off Purcell on that 88. That battle for second is still heating up as they almost make contact coming out of 4. They hold it straight. We stay green.
Boy, Purcell, the 88, trying to move up here. Nice looking ride he's got tonight. Battling for that second spot. Here comes McLeod on the 21. 4 cars under a blanket now down the back straightaway for that second spot as we get a ride right up close to the wall now.
Single file mostly throughout the field, trying to get into a rhythm here. We see the 33, though, of Ryan Borgs kind of clearing himself on the 42 of Devin McLeod. Still early. These guys know they got some tires to save. You're not allowed to take tires in this series, so you don't want to burn up your tires too quickly because you're not going to have anything there at the end, especially for Anthony Sergi that's doing a great job out here, showing off as the leader. But Anthony Sergi doing his thing up front, but not too far behind him now is Tanner Thomas. Right on his bumper is Eric Purcell coming out of 4.
Well, Tanner Thomas took a look, got a little bit loose, now opens that bottom groove up for the 88. And they fall back single file, riding it out right now, lap 6 of 100. But kudos to everybody. They all watched that B main, West, and they realized we can't do that. We can't put on a show like that. Everybody doing a great job right now, at least early on, with 7 laps complete. Anthony Sergi in the 20 is your current leader.
Clean and green so far, 7 laps into this event. 100-lap race it is. The 41, though, having a little bit of an issue with lag. He's blinking in and out. Admins keep an eye on that. That's Hayden Sprague. He is one of the faster drivers here, but there is a rule that if you have a really bad connection issue, they're going to ask you to heave wave to everybody to allow yourself to fix that connection issue. We don't want a bad connection to ruin this race.
We're not going to swipe like on your connection there.
Yeah, that great Tinder machine. But great battle further on back in the pack. We got Blake Krauser in that 9, trying to hold off the rest of the field. Jason Lester right behind him, side by side, as Morris in the 56, and up top will be the 57 of Snyder as they battle through 3 and 4. That opened up the door of the 52 of Stickler.
Some really great Florida racers making their way up through the middle of the pack now. Morris and Stickler making their way up, and some great battles here throughout the pack right now. With 10 laps complete, Sergi continues to show the way.
10 laps in, and I'm not going to jinx it, but we've seen some great racing so far in this first 10 laps. Most of the field seems like they're getting into a rhythm, as we see the 7 of Lester really low there. Not exactly sure what was going on there with him, but he's doing good holding his spot. The 41, though, of Sprague still blinking a bit there, man. Hopefully they're giving him a warning. That's actually opened up the 6 of Frazier. Dives it down and low next to the 41, but not able to get next to him all the way yet.
So Sergi continues to lead over Tanner Thomas, but we watch this great battle here in the middle of the field. Colt Cecil getting in the mix. Frazier there in the 6. Hayden Sprague's in the Tinder number 41 car. That car hanging in there for now. So still watching the connection issues on that car. Might lead to some problems that could take him out of the race. So
98, the 98, the 9, the 56, the 9 of Klauser gets pushed up the track by Brandon Morris. Just kind of knocked him up there in 2. Said, hey, I want this spot. I'm going to take it. The 56 takes that spot. Cody Strickler comes through. Jason Lester now puts his nose under, trying to get around him. Not able to do so. Blake bounces it off the wall, but we stay green. Oh, caution is out.
Oh, caution, and Lester's going for a spin behind it all. Not sure what the caution's for, but Lester has gone around in the 7 machine.
Looks like the caution had something to do with the 41 car. That 41 ride, it looks like he may have gotten turned. Trying to catch up with it here, as Paul is as well in the booth. Looks like Jimmy Frazier in the 6 and the 41 may have been what caused the beginning of that, and then it was just a bit of calamity in the back. The 5 was caught up into it as well, unfortunately. The 5 being piloted by LJ Grimm. So, Paul, what you got?
Yeah, we'll take a look at it here in the College Hunks VidaneTV instant replay. Working on getting all the plugs in here, but we'll pull it up, and you can actually see the 41 Tinder machine was out front of this little pack here, and you can see the 6 car kind of looks down low, looking for the same piece of real estate. Not so much. Gets the 41, gets swiped left and turns the car right. Hard contact there for the 5. The 50 gets a little bit of a kiss and slams into that inside wall there. So a lot of damage on these guys. You can see the 50 kind of slides up into the 5 there, coming back to the racing line, and then the 7 was around as well, not involved. Lester just kind of got loose there in the middle of being 3 wide. But man, tough break for these guys. But luckily we got 15 laps, green flag racing in, and hopefully these guys can kind of work their way up through the field.
And that was a good 15 laps that we got to see there. Up front,
yeah,
Sergi too.
Nice way to start the race there, Wes, after what we just saw. So impressive driving out of those guys. And that was just one of those wrecks that happens. 2 guys going for the same space, they come together, and you get some contact like that. So that's just part of the game. We'll re-rack and try it again. Still a ways to go here.
Awesome. Shout out to our admins, Kyle Young and Sam Watson. They're doing the best they can up the admin booth. They're doing a heck of a job, so great job to those guys up there. But our top 5 is as follows: Anthony Sergi in that 20 machine. Then you've got Tanner Thomas in the 25. Really impressive. Starting at in third currently is Eric Purcell in the 88. Then you have Ryan Borgs in the 33, and then rounding out your top 5 is Devin McLeod in the 42. So it's interesting seeing the way that the invert worked out. The guy that I believe the gentleman that started up front, I think is Eric Purcell. He's the one that qualified pole. He's made his way up to 3rd, but not quite all the way up there yet.
No, he still looks fast, and he'll be one to watch here as we get restarted. Sergi, your leader in the 20. He's gone to the top side of the racetrack, the leader getting lane choice. So Sergi hits the gas as we go back to green flag racing here with 18 laps down. Sergi, your leader. Thomas in second in the 25. And Purcell and Borgs back there side by side. Devin McLeod getting into the action now in the 21 as we have made it through 1 and 2 once again, Wes.
Yes, you know how cautions breed cautions, so these guys are all tightly roped up together. Got a battle between the 33 of Borgs and the 88 of Purcell. They battle down into 1 and 2 for that number 3 spot. Ryan Borgs on the top shelf trying to get it from the...
Borgs has been one of those quick guys in most of the races that we've seen here at New Smyrna in the past. So Borgs is going to be good, but Purcell, like you said, had a great run in qualifying and looking strong. It just seems like it is tough to pass out there once again, Wes.
It is, and Ryan Matthews, our driver to watch, is having some problems. He's in the 00 up to 9th. I believe he actually restarted there in 12th or 13th, so he's making his way up slowly. Daniel Dye in the 43 machine. He's up to 15th. I believe he started a little bit further back, so a couple notable names working their way through this field, just methodically taking their time.
Yeah, Daniel Dye started way back in the 20s here, just barely making it into the last chance race. And now he's battling with Nicholas Noggle as we watch them. We see some smoke going to the corner. Some of these guys starting to slide the tires a little bit as things heat up out there. Now this pack getting single file. Sergi still your leader up front. You see that smoke once again. These guys are driving hard, aren't they, Wes?
You know, I hope they know that you got to make these tires last all 100 laps. Smoking them off the corner is not a good idea. Now the 88 of Purcell is under fire of Devin McLeod here, going down into 1. Devin's got his nose there, but can he get further underneath him? He cannot. Purcell will hold the position coming out of 2.
Now it's Borgs in the 33 heating up the inside of Tanner Thomas in the 25. They're side by side for positions we ride along. I believe the Devin McLeod ride, as he's looking for a way to the front in that 21. You see the great action going on as McLeod brings it right down to the yellow line, hooks that apex, and brings it off.
While we were on board there, the 33 of Borgs got super loose coming out of 4 last lap, but able to hold it. He almost spun it right on out, but he's holding. Now we got a battle for the lead.
Here comes Thomas.
Thomas looking low on Anthony Sergi coming out of 2, Ryan.
Boy, Tanner Thomas in that 25 is getting racy, and here comes Borgs in the 33. You can throw a blanket over the top. Well, make it the top 6-7 cars now. Great racing up at the front. We got a gaggle for the lead. Sergi able to hang on.
First quarter of this race is down, and it has been a good one. It's funny that bottom line did not work out for Thomas. It looks like that top line's starting to come in. After all these sessions, that top line's finally starting to get grip, and it's working against Tanner Thomas. It's typically not like that here. Usually that bottom line is the preferred line, but not right now.
Yeah, Tanner Thomas, he must be getting tight there down on the bottom of the racetrack. They're freight training around the outside of him now, as he was going for the lead. Now he's getting shuffled back to 4th, maybe even 5th before this is all said and done. And that's something some of our fans might not realize. This track does go through actual changes throughout the sessions. So we're starting to see that outside lane, which is the typical preferred groove at New Smyrna, starting to come in here. So they'll have to keep an eye on that. Now we're watching the 52. Cody Stickler starting to move his way up as he battles with the 24 car now. Stickler in the 52 from the middle of the field getting racy.
Interesting, man, seeing that bottom line is not the preferred line. Watching throughout the field right now, it's that middle groove is where these drivers are the fastest right now. Not typically used to seeing that here. As the Daniel Dye ride in the 14, he just gave up a position to Nicholas Noggle in the 08 as they come around to take on to lap 31. Daniel Dye currently in the 16th position, Nick Noggle in the 15th position. So good battle going on there. But man, what I'm impressed with, Ryan, is up front, this top 10. All 10 of these guys are in striking distance, basically. Well, I should say top 7, but whole top 10 has been doing a great job.
Absolutely. Sergi may have led every lap so far, but now he's got that mirror full of 33, Ryan Borgs. He's looking like the guy with the best car right now. And we got a caution. Caution, that's going to bunch them all back up. So Snyder has had a problem there, and of course we'll get our buddy Paul to get the replay ready for us. But caution out for just the second time tonight. We'll send it down to the truck.
Yeah, it looks like Paul. Looks like the 92 possibly, in the 57. The 57. He does an iRacing barrel roll again, and not too many cars caught up in that though.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And we saw, just as I was rewinding that tape, you can see there was just a lazy iRacing street stock roll. You can see the 52, 92. 92 gets on down low on the 57 and just kind of gives him a little bit of a shot. And then you see 2.5, almost 3 spins there. We're going to back that up, see if we can get a better TV camera angle on that.
Make sure you see him pirouette in the air in perfect view. 1080p.
1080p there on the YouTube channel, but there you see. And the 69 just gives him a shot, kind of sends him around, flips him over the camper in the infield there. Fortunately, that part of the track doesn't have any cameras on the outside of it, so it's a little bit hard to. We'll look at it from the blimp. We'll give it one more play here because that was kind of a neat flip.
While we have it, second, boys and girls, let's how about we talk to somebody? Wouldn't that be kind of cool?
Who you got? Who can we bring in to spice up this show a little?
All right, and we have current leader Anthony Sergi. Sergi, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, you're led it flag to flag, but it hasn't been easy. The top 7 has been nose to tail. How about this racing?
It's a lot of fun. I think a lot of us are just trying to ride and save our tires. We don't want to burn the right front off of it. But we'll see. I'm trying to stay up front so I don't get freight trained all the way back to. It looked like top 8 were right there, nose to tail. So I'm just trying not to get freight trained.
It's interesting seeing that this middle line seems to be preferred. We saw the 25 get freight trained. Is that typical here at New Smyrna?
It is for 1 and 2. 3 and 4 we're usually on the bottom a little bit better, but I think because the nose kind of digs into the track here in 3 and 4 if you drive it off in because of the banking. So a lot of us are trying to arc our corner and just come off low off of
10-4 on that driver. I'll put you back in your room. Good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you in the podium.
All right, thank you.
Now, Sergi's going to have to worry about this 33 car now. Luckily, Sergi gets the lane choice, so he'll go upstairs, which seems to work right now. But he's going to have to deal with Ryan Borgs in the 33, one of the fast qualifiers earlier, one of the top drivers in this series the last couple of weeks before we started the actual World Series here. So Borgs and Sergi going to square off. This is going to be a pivotal restart here with 37 laps complete.
And the leader will control this restart so he can fire as soon as they enter the restart zone, which is when the pace truck hits down pit road. That's your restart zone, and you see him fire right away. Anthony Sergi does, but the 33 of Borgs still holding strong on the bottom going into 1.
We're going to have a great battle for the lead. Borgs making that bottom side work pretty well, but Sergi shoots off the top of turn number 2, still with about a half car length lead, but not clear. Oh, Sergi slips. Here we go for the lead. First lead change of the night, perhaps dead even at the line, too close.
Side by side of the line, and they're 2 by 2 by 2, 3 rows back, and then it starts to get a little evened out, but still getting a little bit crazy back there as they are still 2 by 2 by 2, and look at Borg sending it on the bottom, but Sergi on the top shelf battling it out. He doesn't want to lose that lead at the line. Woo! I'm going to give that one a...
Boy, they're swapping the lead back and forth. A little bit of contact made that time in turn number 1. Everybody hangs on to it. Now the top 8 all bunched up. This is a serious gaggle for the race lead. Down the back straightaway into 3. Borgs 33 on the bottom. Sergi 20 on the high side. Who comes off turn number 4 with the lead? Give it to Sergi that time. Great corner that time. And here comes Tanner Thomas back into the picture in the 20.
That 88 of Purcell is struggling with the handling of the car. You can see that as he in the 24 bump doors there coming through the corner. I'm sure the 24 of Bruce Bennett, he's usually a guy, if you lean on him, he's going to lean on you 10 times harder. So I'm sure Purcell may have leaned on him, so that's why you might have seen that door slam. But they're still 2 by 2 behind Sergi, but this is what Sergi wants to see. He wants to see these guys battle like this so he can pull away and start saving his stuff.
Bruce Bennett going to be one of those guys to keep your eye on as he makes contact with Purcell, hangs onto it. And just as I talk about him going forward, he moves backwards now in the 24. Battle for second, the 33. Inside of the 25, Thomas and Borgs battling for second as Sergi has started to scoot away just a little bit.
42 now is struggling a little bit of Devin McLeod, but he's able to get it right back up and going. He's side by side with the 88 of Eric Purcell coming off the corner. They're battling for a top 5 position, 2 by 2.
Oh, we got them 3 wide now, Wes. 3 wide. Yep, they sorted it back out. Sorry, it looked like things were going to get big there off turn number.
I'm impressed, Ryan, with this field of drivers that we have. They know there's a lot on the line this 9 weeks. You're also racing for points. This isn't just an exhibition race. This isn't a one-off. This is week 1 of 9 weeks. So there's a lot on the line. You can't win it right away. You can sure the heck lose it. And the 24 mixed content.
Cody Brinson in the 98 gets down there. They hang on to it. Great job of driving from these guys.
Bruce Bennett is just a ping pong ball right now. And if I know Bruce Bennett, he is fuming underneath that helmet. That's not the guy I'm trying to beat around the track. However, these guys are just using him up right now. And, oh, man, Cody Brinson not leaving him much room on the outside.
Yeah, Bruce is going to be mad at me now because I started to talk good about him for a change. And then he gets kicked back. And, boy, he's falling outside the top 10 almost. Here comes Clouser in the 9. Cody Brinson all over the floor. This action is incredible.
He hit him with the punt, and let's see if there's a receipt after that. He sent it in. And Ryan Matthews saying, I need to get out of here. The 24, the 8. And he spins up.
Into the wall. Here we go. We're going to have calamity in turn number 4. The 50's in it. The 24's in it. We got a big crowd. Oh, Bruce Bennett. Wild flip on the front straight.
All right, well, hear from race control. If that looked to be intentional, Brinson will be parked. That could be a rough one. And yep, they have removed him. And I would have to say, rightfully so. Looking at that one there, man, that looked quite intentional to me. And Paul, I believe, has the onboard camera, which gives a lot away.
Yeah, no secrets here. We're on board with the number 98 of Cody Brinson, and we can see he's right behind the 24, really sawing on that wheel. And, yeah, there was no break in there. You can see definitely he's hard on the wheel, and I don't know. It's hard to see if he was trying to collect it or not, but I definitely saw a couple of right-hand turns there. We'll back it up, take a quick look at it from the camera up here near the flag stand. We'll back it up a little bit more. And you can see they both kind of entered turn number 3 there down low, but 24 went high, 98 just kind of followed him up there. Okay, yeah, there you can see the big wiggle to the right. So unfortunate because it takes the 19 to 50 out, and big flip there from the 24, gets hit again. So definitely a tough break.
It is. He was running good, and I'll tell you what, that in-car camera will tell on you every time. Real NASCAR drivers have noticed it. Virtual drivers have fallen victim of it. Clint Boyer's fallen victim of it. Noah Gregson's fallen victim of it. And now Cody Brinson here in the virtual world has fallen victim.
Well, Wes, we could see that one building, man. We knew that was coming. That racing from about 5th on back was getting intense, and the end result's a big wreck off turn number 4 with people getting ejected. And, well, we expected it halfway through this race, didn't we?
We did. And let's see if we can grab another driver here and grab them into the booth. Let's see here. Let's see who we can get. Let's bring down Bruce Bennett. All right, Bruce Bennett, as PG as you can. Do you got a cop?
Not very PG, but.
All right, man. We saw the battle heating up there. A lot of bumps and bangs there with Cody Brinson, and it looks like he finally gave you the final receipt. Maybe drove it into 3 and 4 and used you as the bumper. What happened through there?
I felt like I just started getting used to it, but at the end of the day, it's just a game. So next race, I can do the same thing.
That's what we said earlier. Drivers have great memories. Anybody you'd like to thank while we got you in here?
I can barely hear you with everybody else talking.
No worries, brother. We'll throw you back up in the room there. Good luck, and hopefully you can get that thing back up front.
Well, I don't think Bruce did anything wrong in that deal. He got the short end of the stick there. And, man, just as we were talking about him going forward, he was the ping pong ball going backwards and then upside down.
All right, so let's re-rack them, Ryan. Let's do this one more time. Green flag about to go out. There goes a Hampton Inn victory lane going right by these leaders here, and we are green. Anthony Sergi surges to the front, but right trying to get under there's Tanner. Can Tanner get there? No, he cannot. On the outside is the 88 of Purcell. Purcell pushing hard onto the bumper of Sergi, but there goes Tanner. Tanner Thomas sending it in the 3 and 4, still side by side for second. And retiring from the race is a Bruce Bennett. Bruce Bennett hanging him up for the day. I guess that car is finished off, so unfortunate to see that. Ryan Pierce as well. And Ryan Matthews in a 0-0. And he goes around. Ryan Matthews. And can he save it? Oh, he comes back on the track. Contact with the 6, but we stay green. Did you see that? Hard battle here all over the track, ladies and gentlemen. Your leader, though, Anthony Sergi, still keeping his nose clean. Second place, Eric Purcell. The 25 of Patrick Thomas. The 52 of Cody Strickler up front. Cody bounces it off the wall, opening up the door for Ryan Borges to look under and one.
Battle right now is for fourth. 52 was up high. 33 settles in behind.
Caution is out.
Caution comes right out.
Not exactly sure where it was at here. Oh,
that'll be the 6th car.
6th car was on his roof. I think Ryan might be having technical difficulties. We're going to see what's going on with the Ryan Stevens microphone. Ryan, you got to.
You got me, Wes?
We got you now, buddy.
Sorry, my whole internet shut down, but I'm back.
No, we got you. We got you. You just missed Jimmy Frazier going for a ride to bring out the caution.
Luckily for you, we got the replay right here. Take a look, and the 6th car. See, he gets Noggle looks low, the 08, and just kind of tries to outbrake the 6. Gets up, gives him a shot, sends him on around, sends him up the track, and you can actually take a look up in that high line. A lot of marbles up there. Another one of those lazy street stock iRacing flips. So he's going to sit there on his roof, and that's more than likely what the caution came out for, was that driver not being able to get that car righted. So tough break for the 6 of Jimmy Frazier, kind of a tough wreck, but you see he doesn't collect anybody else as he resets that car and shoots on over to pit road.
And we got Ryan Matthews in the booth. Ryan Matthews, you got a copy with us, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, all right, so you're trying to battle up from the back for a change. We didn't even see you qualify in the top 10. You're trying to battle back up. You almost wrecked it there, saved it off of 4. What's it going to take to get a top 10 finish for you?
I ain't looking for a top 10. I'm looking for a win, but, at this point, we got up to 7th from starting 18th, and I think that was a little aggressive of me right there. Kind of screwed us up. We almost wrecked it, but we saved it back to 14th. I'm going to try my best. We only got 40 laps left, but I really want to win, but I'll take a top 5. I ain't taking the top 10.
Ryan, I bet you're looking forward to getting the Super Late model back out here.
Yeah, I'm looking the mods and the supers. I don't like these things.
All right, anybody you'd like to thank while we got you here in the booth?
I just got to thank Dodge for spotting me. He's helped me out a lot.
Good deal. All right, man. Well, maybe we'll talk to you later, and if not, so sad. We'll see you next week, buddy.
All right, see you.
All right, and that was Ryan Matthews. And again, everybody that's watching, make sure you hit that like button on the Facebook page on the VidaneTV, and also make sure you check out Edgewater Screens. Edgewater Screens is the title sponsor here for the VidaneTV. Edgewater Screens, New Smyrna Speedway, World Series of eRacing. They're here for all your screening needs. College hunks, hauling junk, and moving. You've heard them enough times. You need something moved, you get a hold of them. They'll get you taken care of if you're in the Daytona area. As well as Sunshine State Racing. Make sure you go like their page. They cover all of the racing here in the state of Florida on their Facebook page. Make sure you go give them a like if you're a race fan. And, of course, Rowdy's Dipping Services. Hey, you need your wheels blacked out. You need your lights tinted. You need your whole car wrapped. We got you covered up here in North Florida. So, Ryan, we're about to go back green.
All right, let's see what happens here. 62 laps complete. Sergi, the dominating driver of the day, hits the gas and pulls away from the 88 of Purcell. Great restart for Sergi. Still a long way to go in this event. Let's see how this one boils up. Keep your eye on the 52. Cody Stickler making his way from the back of the field up to third with a great restart. New player at the front.
Oh, and a little bit of a bump there to Purcell, and a little bit of bumper cars there on the outside. It looks like Thomas is stuck on the bottom, and usually you don't hear stuck on the bottom like it's a negative thing. It is tonight. That bottom is going nowhere. It's all about that high side. Quick name calls out. The number 9, Blake Clouser. He's up to P7. You got Jason Lesser, P8. And now here comes Daniel Dye working on the 19 of Colt Cecil trying to get that 9th position.
Boy, Daniel Dye from about 24th on the starting grid. He's past Ryan Matthews. I expected Ryan to be a contender tonight, but we're mixing things up. That's good news for the rest of the pack, as Ryan is super in the super late models, which we'll see here in a couple of weeks here on VidaneTV. But there you see Matthews battling with a 69 car. How about Daniel Dye making his way up? This thing's far from over, Wes, when we got some players moving up towards the front. It's gonna be tough, but they got to get their way by Sergi before it's all done.
19 bounces off the wall, puts a block on Matthews. Matthews not able to get that, but he's going to try the outside, but he can't wait around too long because Kunspek is all over his bumper in the 69. That's a great battle going on middle of the pack. But back up front, you have Purcell in second. He was under fire from the 42, but now it's Cody Stickler in the 52 and the 42 and Devin McLeod battling it out of 3 and 4 here, trying to get third position.
All right, Devin McLeod making a late race charge here. The 33, Ryan Borgs, he's been kicked back to 5th. Tanner Thomas back to 6th. Then the 25, don't count those two out. We know they've been fast. Blake Klauser again in the 9 closing in, but the best battle right now for that third spot. Stickler 52, McLeod 21, side by side there down the front straightaway. Looking for that spot. Top 2 trying to break away as Purcell tries to reel in the leader, Anthony Sergi.
That battle is still rolling hard, but there's Borgs in the 33. We've seen him battling up front all night, as well as in tow is Tanner Thomas. It looks like that outside line, Ryan, is still the way to go, as we are 31 to go this time around.
Yeah, this track's starting to come in true New Smyrna style. That outside groove, the place to be. But now we're seeing this great side-by-side battle as we ride inside the 21. Of Devin McLeod. Contact, around goes Cody Stickler. Stickler gets spun out. Unbelievable save from
Cody Stickler. What a wheelman. What a save by the 52 of Stickler. You know he's going to remember that. Cool off those tires, buddy, and go back there and get him. He did not want that caution to come out, Ryan. And speaking of that, we still have 19 cars on this track tonight. No, not everybody's on the lead lap, but that is impressive with 30 to go. But Cody Stickler, what a save.
Man, put that man in a dirt car and let him rip. Cody Stickler getting the Florida Pro Truck Challenge Series save of the race so far.
Ryan running 9th and 10th right now is Daniel Dye and Ryan Matthews, 2 drivers that you want to watch out for. They were 2 drivers to watch that were going to come up from the back. Blake Klauser now up to 5th. The Kid is what we're going to start calling him, the Kid, because he is the youngest driver out here, or at least one of the youngest, him or Tanner. It's one of the 2. Nonetheless, both are putting on the show. They're both running 4th and a 5th right now, kind of a youngster movement here coming out of turn 4.
Boy, Klauser really taking advantage of that slide by Cody Stickler to bust his way up into the top 5. He's even got by the 33, Ryan Borgs. This is the point of the race, though, Wes, where the tire management is going to come into play. We might see some of these guys that save something, make a late race charge. We could see some comers and goers before it's all said and done. Right now, though, Sergi and Purcell have kind of separated from the rest of this field at 1 and 2. There you see Sergi. There you see the lead. It's about 3 car lengths down the back straightaway. Make it 4 as they go into turn number 3.
Great battle for the lead here. You can tell these guys are just biding their time. They're taking care of their tires still. They see there's 25 to go, 3/4 of this race down, just a quarter to go. Still a long way when you really think about it. 25 laps here. You're turning basically 20-second laps, but you could easily tear up your tires pretty quickly if you go too soon. And the guy that is in front of you or behind you, he take care of his better, you're going to cost yourself position one way or another.
Absolutely. One wrong move could ruin your night just because it's been good for 75 laps. Well, the pay window's not open yet, so we got to settle in here, ride this thing out. Purcell and Klauser with a crossover move. Purcell moving up a spot, back up into, I believe, that 5th position now. So we'll keep around the 33. We know he's fast. He might still have something left, but he's got to get up on the wheel. My guess is there's still at least one more yellow flag somewhere before the end of this thing.
You know, tempers are going to rise, and the anxiety is going to go up, the stress level is going to go up, and the patience are going to go down when we come to about 15-10 to go. Been seeing a lot of give and take, a lot of respect being shown for these drivers here in this feature. Definitely more than we saw in the Consi. But these guys have been doing a great job of giving and taking, but how much of that are we going to see when it comes down?
No, that's the thing. The farther this race goes, the less patient these guys are going to be. And we've already seen some bumper tag here tonight and some tempers. And once that checkered flag's getting ready to come out, it ain't going to matter to these guys because they're all sitting at home. They can't fight each other.
Speaking of fighting and pushing over pit boxes,
how's our buddy Jason Lesser doing?
Jason Lesser in the 7, not doing too bad. He just got passed by the 00 of Ryan Matthews. He's running P9, so great top 10 run for him. Ryan Matthews, though, moves his way up to 8th. He said he wants a top 5. He doesn't want to settle for a top 10. Heck, the kid wants a win, but it's going to be kind of difficult. The laps are winding down for him. Unless he gets a caution or two, the odds are against him. The closest battle on the track right now is Tanner Thomas in the 25. He has Borgs looking low on him in the 33. That's a battle for the 4th position. And Borgs shooting low, goes up the track, makes a little bit of contact with Tanner. No harm, no foul. Trying to clear him off a 2, not able to do so, Ryan.
Yep, Tanner Thomas now. Oh, he gets another little bump there. He gets shoved up the racetrack. Tanner Thomas, he's had a great race so far now, just trying to hang on for a good finish as he tries to cross over the 33 now, dives it down to the bottom. Great racing, contact is made. The 33 of the big save. Are they done wrecking yet? Wow, they're still, look out, turn 3 is all I can say here.
Ryan Matthews, this just gained him a whole bunch of track position here. He's right on the bumper of Blake Clouser in the 52 of Cody Stickler. These guys are showing their talents here. Borg's able to make that save. Tanner making that save. Blake Clouser making a great save. These guys have put on a whale of a show tonight, and we're coming down to about 16 to go.
Yeah, Wes, that aggression is definitely picking up, and if you haven't seen any of the races on VidaneTV, go back and watch Ryan Matthews in the Super Late and the Legends car, because he dominated those events. He's going to be a player in the championship for this series, that 00 car. Keep your eye on him. He wants a top 5 because he wants those points, because he knows he's going to be good in the other.
Yeah, he said he's looking forward to the other 2 series. Again, Tour Mods will be next week, and Ryan Matthews in the wall as we speak about him. Tour Mods will be next week. The following will be Super Late.
Great.
The 7 gives the bumper to Ryan Matthews there.
I jinxed another guy, Wes. The minute I talk good about somebody is the minute they hit the stinking wall.
It's just that that Ryan Stevens curse is what it is.
It's the jinx. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm trying to talk good about it.
I believe we have Mike Matthews in here, and he might be the father of Ryan Matthews. Not too sure, but I'm sure that he doesn't want you saying his son's name anymore. Don't jinx him.
I'm sorry. Who do you guys want me to jinx? Put a comment in there, and I'll jinx.
The way it looks, it might have to be Anthony Sergi, because now he's starting to gap him as the 43 of Daniel Dye makes a very clean and quick pass around the 7 of Jason Lester. That moves him up 1 position. But Anthony Sergi, though, he's put that gap between him and Eric Purcell. That could be a changing moment. We don't know if Eric's saving his stuff, or maybe the 20 of Sergi was saving his stuff.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We're coming down to 10 laps to go this time by. Sergi with a nice gap on both Eric Purcell and Devin McLeod in the 21. The top 3 have separated from everybody else. The only thing Sergi does not want to see is that dreaded yellow flag, because if they get a caution inside of 10 to go, hold on to your steering.
I don't think anybody wants to see that caution at this point. These guys have worked their tails off out here in this field, and and here's the thing: if we get a caution and it starts to double up, someone's going to go around. I think a lot of these guys are like, oh, just no caution. The only one that probably wants to see it is going to be Purcell in that 88. He's probably the only one out there who's like, man, I need this caution.
Everybody still running wants to see a caution, because if you're back in 16th, you want the caution because you want to finish. You want everybody to wreck so you can finish top 10. So Sergi might have to do a little bit of lap traffic before it's all said and done. Just saw the tail end of the field sneak into the picture there. So we'll see. That could make things interesting before we're done. But the lap's winding away in a hurry. 20-second laps, like you said, Wes. Here's a look inside of the cockpit. And there you can see the tail end of the field. Sergi does not want to hit them, does not want to have to deal with them before this one's done.
Right, identical laps just ran by the 20 of Sergi and Eric Purcell. They both ran 19.905. Couple laps before that, the 88 was gaining on Sergi. Literally identical laps right there. So, and then all 3 actually. Oh no, I'm sorry. Devin McLeod ran at 8.82. So actually, Devin McLeod's catching them both. But Sergi that time with an 8.63 to an 8.90 of Eric Purcell. That's almost like a blink of an eye. It's a 100th of a second. Not much of a difference, but it counts when we got only about 6 to go at the line.
Yep, the lead about half a second between 1 and 2. 5 laps to go. So the flagman gives Anthony Sergi a high 5 that time by. Just 5 to go. Caution comes out, everything changes, but without the caution, it's going to be hard to wrestle the lead away from Sergi, the dominant car of the night. Lost the lead a couple of times, middle portion of the race, but other than that, he's been dominant.
Last lap, they ran identical times again, 9.20s. This time, you could see Purcell is pushing it. He pushed hard on exit there, and he lost a little bit of time of Sergi. Can he make up that time as he smacks
Ooh, Purcell. Little bit of concrete there that time off turn number 2. That could slow him down. But Sergi's caught the tail end of the field. Here we go. Lap traffic. This could be the difference. Let's see what happens here, Wes. Under 5 laps.
4 to go here, and it looks like the lap traffic's going to kind of heave way for the leaders. Great job there by LJ Grimm, saying, hey, you guys are battling for this race. I have no chance at this point. You guys go ahead and battle it out. I'm going to stay out of your way. And good job, good looks there for LJ Grimm. But here we go. We're getting down to nitty-gritty. 3 to go.
3 laps to go for Anthony Sergi. Lap traffic dead ahead. We see him working the wheel here. And now here's our view from the second place car, Purcell. Lead still holding strong, about half a second. 2 to go. If Purcell has anything left, he's got to get up on that steering wheel. Let's see what happens. 2 laps to go for
Sergi, only a few thousandths of a second faster there. So it's not like he's pulling off big time with popsicle sticks out. This is what Sergi wants to see. He wants to see this race end as soon as possible. What he doesn't want to see is the 50 of David Costello down a lap. Oh, and David just pulls over for him. Great job there. Last lap here.
Costello gets down into the button lane, lets everybody get by. Clear track now for Sergi. Shouldn't have to deal with anybody else. Down the back straightaway. No pressure. Purcell cannot close the gap. Final time at 3. If Sergi does not make a mistake, he's going to be the winner of night number 1 of the new Smyrna World Series of Esports. Sergi wins it over Purcell in a great race.
Ryan, what a great start to the World Series of eRacing. That's what we've wanted to see. They just put those other 2 races that we've done to shame with the racing that they just did in these street stocks. What a race. What a battle up front all night. Congratulations to Anthony Sergi, Eric Purcell, Devin McLeod as they make their way down to the front stretch for photos and interviews. So we're going to work our way down and we're going to talk to these guys, get a couple words with them, and pull them in here.
And Eric Purcell's going to give you some donuts. He don't care he didn't win. Burn it down.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break here as Paul's going to show off a little bit of the a little bit of what's to come and some sponsorships as well here. Give us about a 30-second commercial break, and we'll get some of these drivers in.
Or am I gonna go fucking go what? Did they just move me?
Yeah. Guys, we are back here in the booth, and we are actually down. Ryan's down in a victory lane right now, but he's got 3rd place with him. Or I'm sorry, 3rd place is not on Discord, what we use to communicate. So
I'm here.
He actually has Devin McLeod with him right now. 2nd place isn't here. I'm sorry, Ryan. You got Devin with you.
Well, Devin, it was a great race for you. You were one of the few that could keep up with Sergi and Purcell tonight. for once, looks like we got a pretty clean race as far as it goes for you. Must have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean that was a lot of fun. I kind of when I was on the it's hard to be on the inside there, and Stickler, I took up a little bit too much room and got into him a little bit, and I was kind of prepared to say that was my fault, but he saved it and allowed me to kind of keep going. And there at the end, man, I was really running down Sergi and Eric, just kind of ran out of time.
So if we had gotten a caution at the end, do you think you could have caught these guys? I mean, Sergi led all but about 2 of these laps, but if that caution had come out, do you think you could have won this?
Had there been a caution, there probably could have been somebody that was running 10th that could have won it because there had been all kinds of torn up stuff. But I wasn't too, I wouldn't have been, my feelings wouldn't have been hurt either way, whether it was a caution or not. Just, I think I could have caught him and then just missed my corner a couple times. And like I said, with a caution, there's a chance of getting stuff tore up. So.
Well, you're off to a great start here in these 9 weeks of racing. Next week, we're going to put you in the Tour Mod. How do you feel about switching from class to class as far as the series goes? Does that worry you at all?
No. I mean, it's these things are pretty much the Tour Mod. You got to put a little bit more wheel into them and stuff, but they're a lot of fun. We got a little bit faster and open fenders, so not as much bumping. So tonight's race was kind of surprisingly clean and green, so it was a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys putting it on, and hope to make all 9.
Well, we appreciate you coming on here, and great run tonight. Real quick, if you have anyone you'd like to thank, go ahead and give them a shout.
Hold on just a second. Yeah, no, definitely. I guess I can thank my real world sponsors, Tim Brink Underground, Marlon Dunn, Sticks Billiards, Dr. Vitamin Store. These guys all kind of support me and my real deal that I do, and then my car owners that I drive for, James and Sharon Whidden and Todd and Tanya Brown with RTR Race Cars. It's cool that I get to do this stuff for real. I'm jonesing to get back out there on the real track, but this is kind of quenching my thirst in the meantime.
Absolutely. Well, great job tonight, and we can't wait to see you at the real track here very, very soon.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, and I believe our second place driver, I'm not seeing him in Discord, trying to see if possibly get a word with him, but I am not seeing Parcell in Discord. So we have picked up 4th place, Ryan Borgs. Ryan, tough battle all race, man. You were in the top 5 most of the race. Some great battles with Sergi, Tanner Thomas, as well as McLeod. Some really, really good battles there. Walk us through your race.
Yeah, it was definitely a hard fought race. I mean, I felt like seemed like every restart I had.
Yep, Purcell's in here.
Seemed like every restart I had, I was starting on the inside. So it was kind of an uphill battle from there. Especially trying to at least slot in and not lose a couple spots. But it was really tough once we got going, especially if you lost a couple spots to try and make them back up. I think on the last restart we had before that long green flag run to end it, I think I restarted 3rd or something like that. Maybe I was 5th, something like that. But I fell back a couple spots, and I had to fight so hard to try and get back in front of some of those guys. By the time I did, I felt like I just completely wore my stuff up, so I wasn't really able to gain on the front 3 anymore. But it was a fun race. It was definitely nice going green for a while there. Just wish restarts would have went a little better for me. Would have had a little better track position. Maybe fought Sergi for the win.
Man, you put on a great show. Each race that you've been here with us, you've put on a great show. Anybody you would like to thank while we got you here?
Just got to thank RPM Motorsports and the Northern Senior Champ Kart Series up in Connecticut in the Northeast as well. RPM's the Champ Kart team I race for, and then and NSCKS, I think I had them on my car. Just running a bunch of races up here in the Northeast once we get going. Karts, that is. I also got to thank Vidane for broadcasting it, you guys in the booth for broadcasting it, and New Smyrna for letting it happen and letting some of us come and join all the real world guys.
All right, Ryan. Congratulations on your 4th place finish, and hopefully we'll see you in the next 8 weeks.
Sweet, will do. Thank you.
All right, and we actually do have Eric Parcell here with us. He has jumped in. I'll grab that real quick. Then Ryan's going to head his way to victory lane with Anthony Sergi. Eric, a great race, solid run all throughout the night. You had some close calls there. Some really solid racing though. So close, but so far away from Anthony Sergi. There were even a few laps. You guys 2 or 3 different times you ran the exact same lap time within 15 laps to go.
Yeah, it was rough on the inside of those starts, man. You just can't get rolling. That last restart, I started 4th and had a really good run down the back straightaway. I probably could have shot Anthony off into turn 3 and turned under him, but I'm not going to do that early in the race. And then there at the end, we were just kind of riding, waiting to make a run, and tried to make a run. I didn't have much left.
Now coming to the end of that, you're kind of gaining, kind of losing, kind of gaining. It was such a back and forth battle for you. Do you think possibly if that caution came out, if you would have had anything for Anthony in that 20?
Oh yeah, we'd have been P1 for sure.
I love the confidence. We don't get to talk to you much. Tell us a little bit about your own background with real racing, and thank anybody you got to thank.
Well, real racing, I drive the RRD house car for Johnny Sapricone. We race maybe twice a year, if that. Probably took a little 5-year hiatus there, but got a little sponsor this year. I'd like to thank Florida Building Solutions coming on board for a few races in the modified over at Citrus, and might try to hit the Derby this year. It's not sure yet, so hopefully going to bring a good show.
Man, it's great to have you here, and we do hope to see you for the rest of the season. Great job. Wonderful race, man. We hope to see you next week and show off in those open wheels.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a good time doing these things every Wednesday night. I'll be on for sure. Thanks for everybody involved putting this deal together. Kind of real racing's taking a stop right now, so this is pretty much all we got, and it's a lot of fun.
All right, Mr. Eric. We will see you next week again. Congratulations on your second place finish.
Thanks a lot, guys. It was a good time.
All right, and Ryan has caught up with our winner, Anthony Sergi.
Hey, Anthony, it's real good to see one of our New Smyrna regulars finally win one of these things. Congratulations. You had a great dominating run.
Yeah, thank you. Car was real good. It just a lot there was all about just riding and saving our tires. And I think at the end there, I was trying to save my tires as well as keep my lead there, just in case we did have a caution behind us. But it was definitely a great race.
Yeah, you had some good competition, especially through the middle portions. You and another driver were side by side. Were you worried at any point that you might have someone slip up into you and kind of kick you back through the field, or did you just run your own line and let it all play?
Really, with these cars, you just run your own line and let it all play out. These cars can kind of take a beating and bang and get hit a couple times, but other than that, it was a great race. I had fun racing with the guys there on those restarts, and kind of lucked out being able to pick the outside there, the leader being able to choose on the restart. So definitely have to thank the whole everyone that puts this together, and New Smyrna and everyone like that.
Oh, hey, we got to thank you too, and got to ask you with this unique series. Next week we're going to bring out the Tour Modifieds, and before we bring out your supers that you normally drive, are you worried about swapping cars throughout the 9 weeks, or are you just ready to drive whatever comes your way?
Really, I'm just ready to drive whatever. I've been itching to get racing here, but this pandemic has really been putting a damper on our race season. So we're looking to just get back racing, and really, as long as you know the track and the line and how to lift and everything like that, it's each car you can kind of go back and forth through each car. So it'll be a lot of fun, and can't wait to get this season going.
Absolutely. Well, we can't wait to see you at the real track, but congratulations tonight, and you're off to a great start. You're going to be a championship contender, I believe, before this thing's all said and done. Who would you like to thank for all the effort? Go ahead and give a shout out to your sponsors. Give them some.
I just gotta thank MJS Concrete, helping me out on the real car, as well as Dennis Dean working on my race cars right now. Even though we're not racing, these super late models are real hard to put together. So all the time that we can get to just work on them and keep them clean and maintenance is awesome, as well as TSC Construction and my mom and dad, and my sister, and everyone.
All right, Anthony, congratulations once again. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Anthony Sergi, our race winner in week number 1 of the New Smyrna World Series of Esports. Anthony Sergi gets it done here.
All right, so that was your top 4. We usually do top 3, but Purcell entered a little late, so that was your top 4. And what a race, Ryan. Did it exceed expectations?
You know, Wes, this is probably the best e-race thing I've ever seen. You know, I'm kind of new to this whole scene. I was a little skeptical at first, but I got to say I'm having a great time. Tonight's race was a lot of fun. You know, it was a bit wild and crazy during the B main, but I think we all expected that, and we got through that. And I think the right drivers made their way through that race, and we had a great feature. I mean, we had a couple of wrecks and a lot of excitement, some great racing. We got our first lead change in an official race with the New Smyrna VidaneTV series here, and off to a great start. I'm really looking forward to the next 8 weeks. Can't wait to see what the modifieds have in store for us, and then the supers, of course. But you know, really got to thank everybody involved and all the drivers for putting on a great race. I mean, it didn't come down to a wreck fest at the end, and I think our viewers got a great show.
I'm right there with you. That wasn't what I was expecting, and that's just from previous races. A little bit of the aggression. I think on the admin side, we made some changes that helped. On the driver side, I believe these drivers made some changes that helped. Great show. These guys really went out there and worked their tails off. It's crazy seeing some of the same names in real life running up front. You end up seeing them run up front on here as well. And some of the names that typically are up front, like a Daniel Dye, working his way up from the back to the front. That's always entertaining to watch. And of course, somebody like a Ryan Matthews, who we've watched run so well and then just can't get through the field. So a lot of fun there, Ryan. And shout out to Paul in the production booth. Paul getting you guys those great shots. Great shots. We got to see all 100 laps, the consies, the heats, the qualifyings. And also, you can't help but thank the sponsors enough, man. These sponsors that are on board for us, doing a wonderful job of helping us. Thank you again. And again, keep an eye on Vidane.net. Hit the like button on there. We're going to be showcasing these sponsors more. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the YouTube, because we don't only do this. Thursday, we got a race. Friday, we got racing. Saturday, we got multiple races. Sundays, we got multiple. We're always calling action here. Sometimes it's myself in the booth. Sometimes it's a few other people. Sometimes it's Kyle Young, our admin here. There's always different personalities. So I think that's about it, guys. So you had fun, right?
Oh yeah, of course, and I think our drivers did. I think our fans did. What a great way to kick it off! A lot of fun with these street stocks. If you liked this action, tune in next Wednesday, same place here at VidaneTV, same time. We'll be back with you for week number 2. Remember, this is a point series, so Sergi, he'll be leading the points going into next week. Whole different animal with those modifieds. We'll see if he can capitalize and win another one. Maybe Ryan Matthews gets back in the title fight. You'll have to tune in to find out. So make sure you like, subscribe to VidaneTV. And a big thank you to all of our sponsors. If you guys can, please support them, especially through these rough times. They're taking their hard money and supporting what we're doing here on our Wednesday night. So make sure you support the sponsors, support VidaneTV, and tune in. You see the schedule here on your screen. Make sure you tune in, and we hope to see you again next week.
All right, bring us on home, Paul.
Yeah, as Ryan alluded to, we're just taking a quick look here at the upcoming events here at VidaneTV, and as everybody has seen so far, it is a jam-packed schedule. Got us a points battle here Wednesday nights, and you're going to be able to see that come on down for the next 8 Wednesdays here in the virtual New Smyrna Speedway, so very excited to have that. Tomorrow night, we bring in the New England Pro iRacing Busch North Series at USA International. That's going to be a fun one. Those guys are running the ARCA cars at USA International. Every single one of those 30 cars is running a throwback NASCAR scheme from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and today. So that's going to be a blast to call that race tomorrow night. Friday night, the return of Tim's Corner Motorsports Special Event Series. They're going to be joining us Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday, Tim's Corner, we're back again with the Petty Raceway Series. That's going to be at 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday's doubleheader, the Hudson Speedway iRacing Group at 1 o'clock, and the East Coast Winter League, more SK Modifieds at Stafford Motor Speedway. Those guys run 9 o'clock Sunday night, so very excited to get back down there to Stafford, the virtual Stafford, that is. And then, like Ryan alluded to, next Wednesday night, right back here, VidaneTV, we're going to bring you all the action you want, all the action you can handle. Thank you guys so much for spending your Wednesday night here with us. For Rowdy Wesley Hogue, for Ryan, Steven, and myself, Showtime, Paul Strickland Jr., thanks so much. Have yourself a great night. We'll see you at the track next time we come around when we do it live.